silence that allows for my mind to run around with my ear up to the ground. I'm searching to behold the stories that I told when my back is to the world. Was smiling when I turned. Just
shape, thinking out the box, I'm an astronaut. I'm blasting off a planet, rocking cause catastrophe, and it matters more because I had it now. I had a problem, I had to go in an opposition, kinda shocking. They were static with precision. I'm automatic, quarterback.
Death Star.
Salute Raider Nation. Appreciate you guys showing up on a Friday night, man, for Friday Night Raiders Roundtable Talk. We're going to be talking about a lot of topics and then getting into a lot of going back and forth like always for hours. Oh, fuck. We got a lot of topics to go through. We got Cortez over here. He's going to be putting out everybody's links, so make sure to go give him a follow. Make sure to give Eric a follow, Sergio a follow, AJ at 24 Graphics on Instagram a follow. They'll have that in there. Give Cortez a follow. Give Death Star a follow. Like I always say, try to support everybody that you can. Appreciate you all always showing up. AJ, did he say for mods? Is that what he said? Salute, Cita, man. Appreciate you showing up, bro. Like I say, man, appreciate all of you. I will
on Discord real
quick.
Send me your
AJ. I'll give you mods in a little bit. I'll hop over there in the show and give you them. And then
I accidentally got kicked out as well.
Did it kick you out?
No, actually, I was trying to unmute my mic and hit the refresh button.
All right. Well, outside of that, like I say, we got a lot of topics to talk about tonight, man. Appreciate all you being here. Outside of that, if you guys want to say salute, tell them salute, and then we can get into first subject. It's going to be Eric's subject. It's going to be Raiders meeting with Bryce and why Jacob's extension is taking so long.
Okay, so I'll get to it. So, as been reported, Raiders have met with Bryce Young, and so they met Bryce Young. So that tells me that is it possible that they're going to take him, either by trading up or if he magically falls to 7. My thing is, why meet with this person and you don't have hopes of drafting up to get him, because I can't see Houston passing on him when they got Davis Mills under center as their guy. So my question to you guys is that, do you think they're just meet on him just to do their diligence, or is there smoke to this fire?
What do you think, Sergio?
I feel like that the Texans would draft Bryce Young. I mean, because D'Amico Ryans is an Alabama guy, and it would be kind of like a perfect duo to like have his first draft be another Alabama guy and be the quarterback of the future, especially since Jalen Carter's out. Although if they don't get quarterback, I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to get Will Anderson. That's another Alabama guy. So either way, he's got 2 Alabama guys that he can like just go to. Trade down. I don't really see the Texans trading down because to me, kind of like how when Dustin says us trading down, you're kind of losing a little bit, even though you're gaining picks. You're kind of losing because you're losing on the top players you're getting, especially since the Texans are like the 2nd pick in the draft. And I feel like even the Texans' perspective, they're just going to stay there And I think us meeting Bryce, like, yeah, obviously there might be a chance of like either Stroud or Bryce being that third pick, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
What do you think, AJ?
Wait, about what? About Bryce?
About what Eric
Oh,
said, do you think we're looking at them for real, or they do in their due diligence? They smoke screen? What do you think?
man, I feel like it's 50-50, but the thing is about Bryce Young, there's a lot of stuff with Bryce Young, good and bad. Like good, like you could say, I don't say like bad, like you have like his size, like size comparisons and all that. But it's like I see the Raiders smoke screening a lot of players. Like I see them like they're gonna like just bait in, like they have a lot of guys on their board early just to try and make the seventh pick a lot more valuable. Like, hey, you have like this quarterback and this guy on the board. Like I'm feel like based on what I'm hearing, it's either going to stay at 7 and trade for defense, or it's just no stay at 7 and get a defensive player, or they possibly trade up or trade back. Like if they trade up, it's likely they're going to get a quarterback. But even with 12 picks, I don't feel like they should do that. I feel like they're better. Like there's better things to do. The Raiders still have to build up their secondary and their pass rush. So there's a lot more. There's a lot more you still have to do. Like outside of quarterback. Like quarterback could. Like we have Jimmy Garoppolo as a bridge. I feel like quarterback could be addressed like in the later rounds. Like probably between like the third and maybe like the fifth or sixth would be a good time. But based off what I'm seeing, they have three quarterbacks. They're likely still going to get a quarterback, but either Brian Hoyer or Chase Garbage is going to get moved down to the practice squad when the Raiders do draft a quarterback.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think for one, I don't think it's smokescreen. I think if the Texans, and they've even been speaking on it a lot recently, that the Texans may not even take a quarterback, that they may go defense because they have the 12th pick too in the draft. So I've heard numerous reports of this recently that they actually have they either want Jalen Carter or Will Anderson. So, like I said, I've heard numerous reports of it. I've said I think the only way that you trade him for is it's going to be for Bryce at 3 with Arizona if the Texans don't take him. Arizona's not going to take him. They'll go defense again. So I've said it 100 times. That'd be the only place that I think would be logic to go to. And I said this shit a month ago, dude, and now they're coming out with reports even today that they're even saying that fucking the same shit I just talked about a week ago about Hendon Hooker. I said that fool is the third best in that fucking draft, and if he didn't get injured, man, he would be the one there. And look at the reports now. Bam, Hendon Hooker jumps to 3 over Levis and Richardson. So, like I say, a lot of people don't know shit about their quarterbacks or shit about what they talk about. So, like I say, I think if you're staying, if you go to 3 because of Bryce, and I think it's a legitimate deal. I mean, they've had their people over there. They had Champ and them at his pro day. Like I said, I think it's a real deal if he's at 3 in Arizona, will trade back with us because something like he just said with the Texans, I don't think the Texans are going to trade out. I just think instead of going quarterback, they'd go defense because at these positions, if you trade back with us, we jump up and it goes quarterback, defense, quarterback. You know what I mean? Like by the time they get to them defense, they're going to be like third, fourth best on the board defensive player. So for me, I think it would make more sense with Arizona because Arizona, they're only jumping back, 4 spots from 3 to 7. And then 2 of those teams are going to go QB, which we're probably going QB too. So I don't think they're going to lose. Basically what I'm saying is they'll probably still have the third best defensive player on the board. So I think it would make more sense for Arizona to move to that spot. But again, I've said if Bryce isn't there at 3, I wouldn't make the trade, or Stroud. Like if Bryce or Stroud's not there at 3, I ain't making the trade at all. And then I've even spoke on this for the last 2 weeks. I would take Hendon over Richardson any day of the week at 7, any day of the week. So again, for me, I would go defense at that point. I just said I talked about this on our last show. I think frickin' Max Dugan, if people were to look into that guy a lot more, I think that guy has a lot of good tangibles. He can be a really good replacement quarterback, and again, you're not risking so much up in the early rounds. You can get him in the later rounds. You're going to get him around the sixth, sixth, seventh, maybe in the fifth. I mean, like I said, it just depends on how a lot of that goes down. Salute Ozzy. How a lot of that goes down, but I would still go that route, even if they were on the board, because I think you can go defense and get better value in defensive players at those picks. Just like I've said, if Bryce isn't there at 3, then I just think all trades have to come off the board to begin with. And then I think at 7, you're either taking Tyree Wilson or Christian Gonzalez, which I would prefer Christian Gonzalez over Tyree. And then, like I say, going to round 2, get a linebacker. Going to 3 and 4, get a DN and cornerback. Like that's kind of how I would kind of go. And then, like I said, going into either the last pick in the 5th round, because I think we have 3 picks in the 5th. Either the last pick in the 5th round or the first, obviously the 6th round, I would take Max Duggan. And the thing is you got the Cowboys looking at that full 2 now, and that shit irritates the hell out of me because I literally talked about him on the show, and then the very next fucking day it says, oh, they're going to give him a top 30 visit to their damn place. So when you see shit like that, that shit kind of bugs me because the guy you're thinking that would be there in the 5th or 6th might not even be there in the 3rd, so again, if people are looking at the quarterbacks right, I've said it a hell of times. I don't know where the hell this narrative came from, all these dudes just shooting up on the board hella high like that when there's other quarterbacks that are in the draft that are actually proven better than them. So I don't know where that narrative came around, dude. But again, as we get closer to the draft day, we're going to start seeing this. And I think it's funny that I'll be talking about it like weeks before, and then all of a sudden here it comes, like it's happened like 5 times so far already. So salute Richard, appreciate you, bro. And but again, like I said, man, I think we can really be interested in him at 3 if he's on the board. If they decide to go defense with the Texans, I think he can 100% be a real option at 3. And I think we are intrigued by him because, like I said, there's a guy made a video recently, and he made valid points that there's 3 quarterbacks at that height in the NFL that's had 2 of them are having Hall of Fame careers as it is, and one of them is fucking in his time. So,
that's off the top of my head right now.
I feel like
Kyler Murray. It's Kyler Murray, Drew Brees, and frickin' Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Yep, I seen the same article or the same video, Dustin.
I feel like if they do trade up and get Young, I guess a positive I can say out of that is I'll feel confident with McDaniels and Young, especially since McDaniels is pretty good.
And look at their success with
pretty
Mac
good
Jones.
with Alabama quarterbacks. Yeah. So I feel like if he had Young, I think he could work with him like that, like pretty simple. Like
and then
have
Jimmy
be the starter for 1 year, and then have Young be the starter the next season. And he'll probably go crazy despite his size.
And like going too young, like Josh McDaniels always said that he would want a mobile quarterback. He had Cam Newton to be a mobile, and freaking how Bryce Young moves around in the back of the backfield, he gets away from the pressure, and then he could.
I just think Bryce is little dude, and he can get away. I mean, I've watched a lot of video on him here recently. He can run the hell away like Mighty Mouse. I mean. That's what I'd probably call him if he was here, Mighty Mouse. That's exactly what I'd probably call him.
But the good thing is he could outrun these big defensive linemen if he's about to get smashed. He could just do a little move and then just cut out and take off. And try.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do think he could most definitely.
Them are the only 2 quarterbacks.
He could add versatility, man. And like I said, if you think you have a shot at Stroud or Bryce, you have to take it because, like you said, I don't think we're gonna be anywhere close to the top of the draft next year. Like I'm telling you right now, I don't care what people think. I've said it. I think we're gonna be at 10+ wins. I think you're gonna be well outside the top 10, top 15 in the picks, dude. So I think if you have a shot for Stroud or Young, you got to take that pick right now, So that's what I think. And if you don't, then just take a quarterback. And like I said, in 5 or 6 is where I'd be at.
Dustin, did you see the shit that Tim Patrick's been saying? Shit, the right receiver for the Donkeys. He's all up in
Yeah, I
his
don't
feelings
really care
because
about a guy that's not even fucking good or
He's not even.
receiver
He's
stats.
not even relevant. He's not even
nah, he's
relevant.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
straight
I mean,
fuck.
why would I even give a fuck about what he says? I don't even care what Corton Sutton or Jerry Judy say. So why would I care what he
I
says?
don't care about a team that can't even beat us. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I
can't
don't
beat
even
us for
think
the
there's a
last
player on that
3 years.
team I listen to. Von
In the
Miller left,
last
so I
3
could
years,
care
they
less.
cannot beat us, and they're not gonna beat us this year. I don't
Facts.
care if they have Sean Payton. Their offense still is not. They need more than just a quarterback over there.
It'll depend how
Big
good our
facts.
team comes together. That's what'll matter. So Sean will win with less. He's done it before. So I mean, I don't think I
But
just
this is
count
like
him
my
out.
opinion. I think Drew Brees made Sean.
Ooh, that's tough.
That's craziest shit I ever
That's
heard in my
tough,
life.
bro.
But you think
Cortez, bro.
Hey bro, what has he done?
that's like when
Drew was
somebody's smoking
what has
fucking
he
meth under the fucking tree over
what
there,
has he
comment
done
like
since
that. Why?
Drew left after that 1 year? What happened? I thought he was this quarterback or this quarter that could get
I
quarterbacks
mean,
going.
he did make Jameis Winston have his best year.
That's what I'm saying. And dude, he had to go with
I just
fucking what's his name,
I
Trevor
just don't.
Simeon, dude.
And
Like, come
Taysom
on,
Hill.
get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here, bro.
Nah,
This motherfucker, he said,
I
"Oh,
don't
what does
think
he
Russell's
do?"
gonna be
Fucking.
great anyways. They're gonna have to move on from Russ anyways. Russ is the problem in
Where
my
do you
opinion.
come up, dude? You need, whoever you're getting these takes from,
Nah,
man.
these are my
I'd quit.
opinions.
I'd delete that motherfucker's shit. Like,
Nah,
fucking,
not my opinions. Fuck the
goddamn.
donkeys. We're gonna always
I,
be better than
Your
them sorry
opinions
ass
are like a
donkeys.
Twitter source.
Oh, blue check. Blue check, Cortez.
Hey, fuck, that's so
Oh.
funny.
Hell no.
Nah,
Hell
but
no. Fuck
but
the
like you said,
donkeys.
I mean,
Fuck all their fans
I
too.
wouldn't sleep on Sean any day of the week. That guy is a great coach. He's been a good coach before fucking Drew Brees, and then he did make Drew Brees because don't forget they ousted his ass out of San
No,
Diego. So
Yep.
like
Quickness.
I say, I mean that fool came in there and then he just blew up 5,000 yard fucking
Classic
quarterback every
Chargers just
fucking year in that spread offense. And
getting rid of
it
the Hall of
wasn't Drew
Famers.
Brees' offense, it was Sean Payton's fucking offense. Like,
It's a classic Chargers move, getting rid of the Hall of Famers.
yeah,
Of course.
that's crazy. But dude, you'll never be surprised on this film. Fucking but Nah, like I said, I think there's a real chance at him at that pick. Outside of that, listen, these people thinking Bryce is gonna fucking fall to 7 are straight, dude. This is why
Oh, that's
I think it's the craziest bullshit I've ever heard in my life, dude. Like, we're talking about Anthony Richardson jumping up and being the first pick overall, top fucking 5, top 10. Now we're talking about Bryce falling to fucking outside the top 10. Like, what the fuck are these guys?
That's the problem.
Oh man, some of these people are just out there in their takes because ESPN analysts, beat writers, all kinds, dude. These are them guys coming up with these fucking takes. Like, and I think it's just the craziest bullshit. Like, I get it, dude, that you want likes or somebody to look at your shit, but that's fucking crazy, dude. Like, I think it's crazy. So for me, I just think, yeah, fuck, he ain't falling to us at 7. There's no way. There's no way. That'd be like Will Levis, Richardson, all them went before. Nuh-uh. I don't even know who makes this shit up, dude, but that's not happening. I've been saying this the whole entire time, that it's Levis and Stroud all day long. I've said that fucking Hendon Hooker, dude, once I was looking into him more, I said he was the 3rd best fucking dude on there. I said that I would take him over fucking Richardson and the fucking 7th overall pick any day of the week. I've said
Hey,
this
bro,
multiple times over the last few weeks. So I think these guys writing these things are just off the wall, dude. They're off the wall.
People are still like hoping, like, oh yeah, Richardson have one
nah,
season
fuck
off
Richardson,
and he's
bro.
gonna be ready the next season. How many times do I have to keep saying
It's gonna
this?
take 2 years for
In short
Richardson.
passing accuracy, which is what McDaniels relies on the most, he is dead last in accuracy. So if you are dead last in being accurate in the one thing you're supposed to do, how does one offseason fix that?
Fuck no, it's more than just
And it
one.
won't. It'll take years, and if it's even fixable, you know. And that's not the only thing he lacks. He lacks a lot more fucking problems than that. I've said it hell of times. He lacks in pressure inside the pocket, dude. He fucking breaks down when he gets to run. His accuracy when he gets outside the pocket falls off massively. He throws off his back foot all the fucking time. Like, there's a lot of fucking problems with that dude. It ain't just a 5 yard dink or not. It's a lot of things that come into place there. I've said it doesn't matter if it wouldn't matter if fucking Jimmy got hurt because he can't replace him, dude. Like, you're not winning with him. So, and again, people have even suggest like putting him with Brock Purdy's QB coach, this, that, and the everything. Like I said, just because it works for one guy does not mean it's going to work for the next. A lot of things got a mental awareness got to be one of them, dude. You know, a lot of fucking things are in there. Just because I can do it don't mean you can do it, or you can do it mean I can do it. You know, like, and not only that, do it as well. You know what I mean? Like, that's the biggest thing about the whole thing. That what?
Hey, Dustin, go to Richard's comment. The last one.
Said I'd rather shit in my hand and clap than get Robinson.
Richard.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I just want to go with Richardson because I've said it. You can have all the tangibles, all the measurements, all everything, dude. He's only had 1 year in college, dude. He's only had it 1 year under his belt. He's got 17 and fucking 9 and touchdowns. When you're looking at dudes like Bryce Hendon and fucking Stroud that are putting up 40 plus touchdowns in a season, putting up 6 interceptions, and then he's in the conversation, like, that's just fucking crazy. Like, I've said, dude, you can pick him. I'm not. Like, straight up, you can have him. I don't want him. Like, I've said, look at Malik Willis. Malik Willis is the perfect example of this exact conversation, dude. Like I said, let's go pull up fucking draft video of the combine last year and see what they were saying about him. The same exact shit. And I've said this hell of times. The Titans are thinking about trading to the 3rd overall pick, and Malik Willis is on their roster. So if they felt that he was that good of a player or those raw skills can be developed, why are they looking to trade up to get a quarterback right now? Like, that's the whole thing I say is, like, it's a good thought, dude. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it's a great thought, but we're not here for thoughts and we're not here on hopes. Like, we're here that we need Stroud or Young because the odds are they're going to be the most belt ready players to go. So if anybody's going to succeed, it's probably going to be one of those two players. So outside of that, again, I've said it, even if you're going with Hendon, even if you're going with Duggan, even if you're going with numerous other people out there that have that deal, you're still waiting a year, you know, like you're saying, like, I think Hendon can probably come in and play right away. I think, I mean, I think it'll just matter on how fast he can learn Josh's system. But I think if Jimmy got hurt in the middle of the season, I think Hendon most definitely go right in there and play. So, and again, people say, oh, he's 25. I don't care. He's already ready. He's played 5 years in the college, dude. Like, I don't think it's going to take shit for him to go over there. And I said, he's not like Stanton Bennett, where he comes in a fucking place where dude, where did he come from? Alabama, or where was he from? That coach, I said Alabama. It's not Alabama.
Wasn't he at Georgia?
Georgia, the coach for Georgia, fucking.
Kirby Smart.
Yeah. Kirby Smart. Yep.
That guy came there. That guy came there and changed that whole damn thing around, dude. Like, fucking. So I wouldn't look at Stenson the same way. Nowhere even close, dude. So nowhere close. And he's small, dude. He'll get eaten alive in there, dude. So I'm not even trying to go with that guy. He doesn't even have the tangibles Bryce and them do. So. And again, like I've looked into frickin' Jake at Fresno. Like, yes, does he have good tangibilities? Does he? Yeah, but he lacks in a lot of fucking major spots too. So, like I said, I think you either hit on those two or say fuck it, you know, because I think you can hit on people next year. Like, even as much as Eric may not like him, Bo Nix in later rounds, dude, is an accurate quarterback. He can be a developmental quarterback. And again, the thing I'm saying is that there are better quarterbacks that will be in the draft next year that are way better than the fucking guys here right now in the top 10 by a mile, dude. So by a mile. Like, they're sitting here. Like, I've heard people say, like, UCLA, DTR. Is it DTR?
DTR, yeah. But
yeah, that guy is bad.
This year.
He's bad. He's bad. He's hella bad. He's hella bad. Like, and same with dude from Stanford. Same fucking thing. Like, look, a lot of these guys look good in some deals, But when you watch them play, like I've said, TCU quarterback is better than all of them. I feel like he's not too far off, and he can run and pass. Like that fool can run and pass, dude. So again, like I said, I would fucking shoot on Bryce or Stroud at 3 if he was there because the Texans decided to go defense because I don't think they trade. I agree. I don't think they trade. And then outside of that, I mean, I think when they're bringing in people like Richardson and them, I think it's smoke screen like a motherfucker. Like there is no way in hell that they're considering him at the 7th pick. Like top 30 if they're thinking that he makes it into like the 2nd, because Malik was a projected 1st round and he fell to the 3rd. He fell to the 3rd round. So yeah, that's all I'm saying is like if you're doing top 30 and you're looking at him and you're saying like okay, and he somehow does fall to the 2nd round or so. But again, if you're anticipating, that means you're not trading. I mean, like I said, I think you have to wait till the draft starts, dude, because I said this about the Bears. I said if the Bears are there, you're just going to have to wait till the 1st pick goes to see where Houston and Arizona go. But now it's like you got to just see where Houston's at, dude, because, the Panthers are taking a quarterback. So it's just which one. And then at Houston, it would be like, okay, if they take the next one, then bam, trades are out. Like I wouldn't even consider a trade in any way, shape, or form at that point. Because I still think, as good as Hendon may be, I still don't think I don't think people are going to try to trade up to the top 5 to get him. But he could probably go. Who's 5? Seattle. I mean,
Yes, he
but
is.
that wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for Seattle. It'd make more sense for like what Falcons maybe, because the reason I'm saying it wouldn't make sense with Seattle is because Hennon's already 25, and if you were bringing him there, you just signed dude to what 3-year contract, so I don't think you're going to do that. So I don't think that makes sense in that pick. But I mean, even Detroit wouldn't make sense at that point. Detroit would probably, like I said, they would probably lean towards Richardson at that point. I just don't think Hennon would make sense at them because by the time he got to the field, he'd be 26, 27 years old if you're using golf or fucking, what the hell's that dude over there in the Seahawks? Fucking,
Gino.
Yeah, Gino. I mean, so I don't think he'd make sense. Atlanta, he'd make a lot of sense. He'd make a lot of sense in Atlanta.
Hey, Dustin, I just want to say something real quick. Let's go Warriors.
By what score?
23-11 Warriors.
Oh, fuck. It just started. Has the Lakers started yet or what?
I don't know. Let me check.
He said, let's go Warriors. Fucking.
You know what's nation,
you can't fix accuracy in a year, and that's facts. Because I just think, like I said, I just think when you're looking at look at Lamar. He's had 4 years playing in the NFL, and he just had his best year doing it. So that's my whole entire point, dude. I just don't think with the Devontae. That's why I say Duggan, man. He's 22, 23 years old. He's got, man, great tangibles, dude. Like, he can gel right in with frickin' Devontae Adams next year, man. And like I said, I think Josh is a really good QB coach, so I don't think whoever he looks at is going to be a bad choice, period. If he chooses that's going to be his guy to go after that year. But let's finish off the rest of your topic, Eric. It said, and why is Jacob's extension taking so long?
Yeah, that's my question. Like, I mean, I know they gotta handle other things, but I mean, what's taking so long? My question, because you see everybody else is getting paid. Jeffrey Simmons just got paid, even though I know they're different positions, but he was able to get paid. So my thing is,
$94 million, second highest paid DT in the NFL, right, besides Aaron Donald.
And Josh deserves every penny he's earned, especially this year. So I'm like, what's taking so long? Are gonna wait till after the draft to extend him? Is it gonna happen before? I'm like, what's taking so long? I'm tired of refreshing Twitter and seeing they're not even in talks, or who knows? They probably are in talks. It's just keeping it in house for all we know.
Just like Richard said, we don't have the cap to do that.
So I'm gonna say this again, and I get that Sergio over here gonna be like, why are they talking about this? But listen, I've said this from day fucking one coming out of the end of the season. I said that the smartest trade would be shipping motherfucking Josh Jacobs to the fucking Arizona and getting DeAndre and that third overall pick. I've said that from week 17 of the season that we should do that. And I believe that's why they're doing it. They don't have to extend his contract till July 17th. I mean, they have all the way till July 17th to figure out a contract to begin with. And I've said where Jacob's most trade value is in draft night, dude. Like when we're sitting there and we want to get up there to that fucking third pick 100% over other people. I've said it. James Conner is not the back in Arizona over fucking Josh Jacobs. Just like I said he wouldn't be in freaking Chicago. And people said, oh, Montgomery.
Or in Philly.
And I said
Philly,
he's
he
way
would be
better
the number one
halfback. I said he's a way better halfback in the Bears than Montgomery. And then what they do, they cut that motherfucker. So just like I'm saying, Arizona is the place to go because I believe that Hunter and Jacobs will be traded on that night, and we will receive DeAndre Hopkins and that third overall pick, and we will not have to give up our 7th overall pick. We will get the 3rd overall pick, we'll get to keep our 7th, and we'll get DeAndre Hopkins, and then we're going to give up a pick, obviously, the following year, and we will probably give up another pick or so in this year's draft, but it ain't going to be that first pick. So just like I said, I think that's where we do it. That's where we get our money back. That's $26 million back. I've spoke on it multiple times. I think that's exactly when it happens, and that's where it happens. Because I think if Josh is smart, or Ziegler's smart, that's the best trade value you have on him, dude. And you have something other people don't have, dude. Like I said, if you're giving Kyler Murray something that doesn't have to make him have to run all the fucking time, when you have Josh on your team and James Conner, that's a pretty damn good fucking backfield right there. And then not only that, I've said this, Josh Jacobs is way better than James Conner. So instantly upgrade in halfback. So and again, they want to get off that 30 million. They want to get off that 30 million on DeAndre Hopkins. And I believe DeAndre Hopkins has said it that if he goes somewhere, he will fucking restructure his fucking contract. And I believe if we can get him on a 1-year prove it type deal for 15 or 20 million for that year, I think that's all you really need. Because if Jimmy comes in and he's healthy and you got Devontae Adams and fucking DeAndre Hopkins, let's go. I mean, let's be real. The following year, DeAndre is going to want 25 million or so. Like, he's going to want to get paid. And if DeAndre wants to stay here and do like a Tim Brown, Jerry Rice fucking thing and be around his 20 million, then fucking I imagine we would do it. But you got to also remember why we're not going to give him that type of money. We've already given fucking Myers $11 million. So I've said this. The only way I think DeAndre works and makes sense is if he breaks that 30 million into 2-year, 15 million, and then you do 15 million on the cap this year, and then do an incentive contract that if he makes X amount, makes the Pro Bowl, makes the playoffs, like then that's when he gets the rest of that money. Because then, like I said, if you do it incentive based, anything after the 15 million is not on the salary cap, so nothing counts on the salary cap. So if he's at 15 million on the cap, but then the contract's incentive based, that's not on the cap. So anything in the incentive section is not on the cap. So he has to perform to that, and then we have to pay him that. So again, I would more lean that way if it was me for DeAndre Hopkins, and I think he would do it because I think he would want to prove that, you know, him being on the Peds, him being there with the dysfunctional offense and everybody going on, and him getting to come here with Devontae, dude. I mean, he's getting up in age too. Like people come to their senses eventually where they know they're not the number one guy no more. You know what I mean? And I don't think he's not the number one, but I don't think he is the number one either. And I think he knows that. So I just think that I would do it. I mean, that's why I said why I think Jacobs deal. I just don't think it makes sense right now. I think you keep it where it's at on the contract, dude. That way when we make the trade, the contract goes with them over there and they restructure the contract and give it to them. Because the minute you restructure Jacobs' trade or contract, it's not like Waller. Waller's was at 13 million a year. So that was a good fucking deal to other people. If we restructure Jacobs and then let's say that we do it at like 12, maybe other teams don't see it the same way. Maybe they're like, yeah, fuck that 12 million. We ain't paying them 12. So I think you keep it on the contract that it is. So then that way when you trade it, that's between him and the next team. They're the ones that give that contract. So if they decide to give him 11, they decide to give him 12, that's their decision. But I think if we give the contract, I think it can bite us in the end, because you might give a contract that somebody else most definitely won't take. And if you're looking at the way that the contract is, I think it's only $10.8 million right now. And that's all you're paying a top tier running back on a franchise tag. So I would, like I said, I would keep it where it is and wait till after the draft if I even consider keeping him.
I guess that's the end of that topic.
Yeah, because that's basically where I think that's where that's going to go.
Yeah.
I've said it the whole time. It's the only thing that makes sense. And and Ziegler has the best fucking chance of getting us anywhere because he has a lot of connections. So I think when you're just sitting there holding, fucking dude right over the top of people, you got a lot more leverage than other people. Because what do people want to go give up their wide receivers and shit like that? Fuck no. So again, like I said, I think that's where I can see us. Sergio, do you want to talk on one of your topics? Oh, you got
Yeah.
stuff. Which one you want? The Ziegler one?
Let me see. Yeah, we can do that one. Even though, yeah.
You want that one or your other one?
Nah, the Ziegler one. It's kind of like we talked about it a little bit on the last topic, but it's basically like what I've been thinking of because we have 12 picks. I don't know if we are going to use all 12 picks. And like we've been talking about it, obviously, like just now with the last topic, like what is going to be Ziegler's big trade? Because I don't think we haven't done really any trade this offseason. And I personally feel like a big trade's going to happen, especially how you feel, doesn't like the big trade might happen on draft night. Does anyone else like think that like a different trade might happen that would also be big, or what do you guys think on that?
I don't know what you think, Eric.
I was like, not for trade. Are you saying as far as like with us or like other
Yeah,
teams?
like us, like maybe we trade one of our big players like Jacobs or Renfro, or
Oh
like we
well,
trade for someone else's big name player.
anything's possible. Like look last year, the Titans traded AJ Brown to the Eagles, and nobody seen that coming. It was literally like, but it was one I sent to Dustin about us trading Renfro for D Hop and the third pick. I mean, I guess that's in my eyes a blockbuster for us. As far as for other teams, all depends on who's available because there's no player that's untouchable if the price is right. So it all depends on what we need and how much that team is willing to give up. But as far as blockbusters, that's one that comes to my mind is the D Hop for Renfro and the third pick. And I guess
And to
whatever
be
else.
honest, that would be a good trade.
Yeah. But as far
Because
as far
Cam
as I know,
Newton,
because I can think anybody else who's available or that's like on a contract that's like expiring. I mean, unless you guys got any like ideas in your
like
mind,
Jacobs to Philly, because Philly doesn't have a back now. They may
they
have Rashad
don't.
Penny and then Homer, but that's it. But Rashad
Yeah,
Penny ain't
but
no
Eagles
Jacob.
might draft like one of the top running backs, like Bijan
Right?
Robinson.
Bijan
But that's
Robinson,
just,
yeah.
don't they have the 9th pick?
That's what I say, Ozzy.
They
I
have
think
2
there's
picks.
better talent
Yeah,
in
the
Oh,
next
they
year's
ninth.
do.
QB
They
class.
do.
The 9th. If if
The
they
ninth
want,
and
they could
30th
take
pick.
Robinson at the 9th pick because the Cowboys, the Chargers may want him.
Who has the 9? I thought Atlanta had the 9th pick.
No,
No, they had the 10th
no,
pick.
no.
The
Atlanta has the 8th pick.
They do.
Yeah, I believe so.
I thought they had the 9th pick. Either way, who are you saying? The Eagles? The Eagles?
Yeah. for Jacobs.
I mean, they could. I mean, look, the Bills just came out today and said, I've said the whole time, Bills would make perfect sense with Jacobs too, and they said they're willing to trade up or trade for a better skilled player in the draft. So, like I say, I think freaking a lot of teams. I think when you're building your team through free agency and get into the draft week, you already know where pretty much your team's around. And a player like Josh can change your whole entire outcome of the way your team runs, the way it plays, the way the offense sits on the field. So, like I said, Josh can be a huge deal because what's the dude from Texas? Fucking the halfback from Texas Longhorns. Fucking
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, once he goes off the board, like who else? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Jacobs can be massive pick up there. And I can see a team taking a halfback, dude. Like I said, I don't think when you're like entertaining Jacobs like the Arizona at 3 for the pick. What I think you're entertaining is that you're getting rid of $30 million contract. You're giving Murray 2 viable players, not just one, and you're getting a lesser by like $5 million. So then you're basically freeing $5 million up. So to me, I think like that's why I keep saying both of the players there make the sense. You know, I think when you're just doing one, which Renfro can make sense because what you're cutting it in half. So for them going from 30, they're going to 15. You know what I mean? So that can be a big deal. But like I said, I think when you're giving somebody a dual threat and you're hoping in the draft, you're not hoping with those players. So. And again, you got Hawley. Like I said, I think it worked perfect over there. I think that, like I've been saying it the whole time, I think that's the best place, the best destination. The big trade, I mean, like I said, I think that's going to be it if it is any, because I don't think any other trade. I mean, no other trade makes sense at the moment because who are you trading for and what team and who? Like, that's the thing is, like, in the draft, the reason that you're going to have the trade is because you're trying to get to 3 to begin with. That's why, because you're going after your quarterback because he's there. Like, that's the trade is 100% the trade you're going for. You already got Jimmy. There's no quarterback out there. You're not just trading for DeAndre Hopkins. Like, you're just not going to do that. If they're so worried about it, why don't they just cut him and eat the cap hit, you know? So, and who knows, the cap hit probably fucking crazy anyway. So, like I said, I think when you're looking at the big trade, I just think that's the only big trade I can even put together and even think of. So, because I just don't think there's another one. Anybody else got anything to say about it?
Nope.
It says, I think if we do trade to 3, it's for Will Anderson. I think if we do trade up to, it's for.
You read it right, Dustin. You read it right.
Yeah, I don't even think Arizona would. Why would Arizona trade us? The Arizona makes the trade because they know we're not picking defense. Like they ain't gonna be like, yeah, you come get Will Anderson. They ain't even intriguing that. I'm not giving up no 2 first-round fucking picks for Will Anderson. That ain't happening. No way, no fucking how. Cortez.
What?
You want to talk on your topic?
Yeah, let's talk about Josh Jacobs going to the Eagles.
All right, here this guy thinks that we're going to send him to the Eagles
because they don't really have no number 1 back there.
They can just draft one.
But I wouldn't take one at 30. There's no way. Only
Bro,
BJ
I would take Bijan as the 30 pick. He's something else.
He's not gonna be there.
Why? Yeah, I don't think he makes it even past 15. I think Robinson is going to go inside. I think he's going to go inside.
Yeah, but the Eagles got the 10th pick, too.
But they ain't gonna take him there at 10. I don't think.
Is that the fucking conversation? Like, sometimes, guys.
And plus that he'll be a great fit for them there.
And why? Why is he a great fit for them there? What makes him intriguing to them there?
Because he's a proven number one back. He's had over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, but so has a lot of other backs, and I don't see Eagles trading for any one of them.
Fuck it.
30, and I think Ziegler can trade up to almost anywhere he wants with them. Yeah, but the problem with next year's quarterbacks, and I keep speaking on this, is the problem with Drake and Williams is one, even they're going to have to be teams that aren't even looking for a quarterback to begin with, and then you're going to give up fucking. You thought what they gave up this year to go to one man when you're going for Stroud or Bryce or you're going for Caleb Williams, dude. Like fucking, you're going to pay way more for him. So I don't even think they're in the same draft comparison. It's just
Do you want me to drop the link right now?
If Bryce is at 3 and Will Levis is at 3, and then let's just say take Will Levis away and just Bryce, the draft value goes up massively. If you take Bryce off the board and say that Will Levis is the quarterback there, the draft value drops. Like you're not paying the same in that point. So for me, I like I said, I think if you're not the number one pick in next year's draft, you're not even entertaining Caleb Williams' name because there's no team gonna trade him. They're not gonna trade him. I don't think any team. Listen, I've even spoke on this. If Kyler Murray goes out, has a bad year this year, and they go into the draft the first pick overall, and Williams is on the board, bye fucking Kyler. Like you can fucking bet that, dude. I'll bet anything on that. So, like I said,
it might even happen because Arizona friggin' exposed that the dude doesn't even focus on football like at all.
Yeah,
like,
and that's
they
what
had
I'm
to force
saying.
The guy to sign a contract like, hey, can you make sure that you study film, like at least?
Yeah, because I think you're going to be giving up a lot. I think you're going to have to give up a lot, and that's just and that's even just saying that they'll even entertain the trade talk to begin with. Like they're not even going to try to entertain it. I don't think. I don't think that if it's a team like, let's just say Detroit's on the board next year, they're not trading you that pick. They're not. They're going Caleb Williams all fucking day long, dude. Like, I mean, I would almost intrigue that if Green Bay was on the board, dude, that pick, they're going Caleb Williams all day long. You know, like I don't think there's anybody at that deal that, I mean, if the Niners were there, they're picking them. You know, like I don't think there's anybody there that's not. It's gonna have to be defense 100%. And then I was even gonna say, but Lamar, they'll take Caleb. You go to fucking the Steelers, they'll take him. I mean, I bet you almost fucking 30 teams in the NFL would take Caleb. I mean, let's just say fucking 25 teams. Like I would bet 25 teams in the NFL would take Caleb Williams at the first pick, dude. Like I don't think they're gonna just roll past him like they want to do Stroud. Like, and the thing that the only reason was
for Ozzy if he wants to pull up.
Yeah, the only reason was because what's it called? Justin Fields. They obviously had faith in him, and I mean, I would have kept him too because he has performed pretty well this year. So, yeah, like I said, I think that's going to be a tough one, man. We can trade into the top 5. I mean, that's where I think you're right. I mean, I wouldn't disagree against that because I think you're right there because I think we would have a better chance to trade back in the top 5 because there are better quarterbacks next year. And just like I said, their class doesn't drop off like it did this year. Like their draft class don't fucking fall off the face of the earth.
It's not like where it's like Stroud, Bryce, Hooker, and then everyone else.
Yeah, it just falls off. It falls off fucking massive. And then, like I said, if we get 10 wins and we go into the playoffs, I mean, we're picking from the 20th position, and then you're trading all the way there. I mean, even when what was it? Chiefs, right? Wasn't it the Chiefs that traded out from the 20-something position all the way to the 10th for Patrick Mahomes? And that's what my point is like they didn't even trade the 1. You know what I mean? Like they traded the 10. I think it was 10 or 12 that year. 10 or 12. But I think it was 10 if I recall.
Yeah,
Fucking
Mahomes is
25th to
the
10.
10th pick. Yeah, he's the
Wasn't it?
10th pick.
Yeah, 25th. I think they traded from 25th to 10th.
Yeah.
But that's my point is like even when they made that trade, they weren't even trading past the top 10. You know, it takes a lot, dude. It can take a lot, man. So that's why I just think if you can hit one this year, I would take it. If you can't, then fuck it. Oh well, let's go. I mean, you got to remember, you're going to have Archie Manning, dude from Tennessee. I mean, you're going to have a lot of good quarterbacks over these next 3 years, man. So I don't think if Jimmy just falls off, dude gets hurt, and we got to get somebody in the end of the 3rd year, then so fucking be it, you know. But at least let's go try and win right now with Jimmy and just see what else happens after that. Is how I look at it, you know. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think there's plenty of quarterbacks that can come in next year that are way better than the class this year. And not only that, it's just more consistent, you know, more consistency through those players to begin with. So, and then next year, he said rounds 1 through 5, I'd take KJ Anderson, Arkansas over Richardson, and like maybe 3 or 5, depending how. That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's just a lot of players, a lot of things that could be way better next year than what we're looking at. I've always said a lot of people say, get the guy now, get the guy now. Sometimes that guy is not the best guy, and then especially at that pick, you thought Clee was a bust. I mean, that dude's going to be a bust at that pick.
It's like I keep saying that Ziegler said himself. They don't have an immediate answer right now. So they might not draft a QB. I'm not going to be surprised if they don't draft a QB in the first round. I'm not going to be surprised. I know everyone in the nation is going to be like, dang, they didn't even bother drafting Richardson or Levis. Why would they? Why? Why would they? Like, it wouldn't make any sense. At that point, if Young and Stroud is not on the board, I'm going to wait till next year. Because those guys in the first round, I would take the last guy drafted in the first round over Richardson and Levis combined.
Facts. And like I said, people just keep on talking about these guys. I've been saying this the whole fucking time that those dudes ain't shit. Like I said it from day one. Never even bet an eye on any of them fucking dudes to begin with. So except Jalen Carter. I mean, I agree, man. I mean, so look, he has 2 good topics over here, but he's not on no more. So I'm just gonna. So here's a question to everybody. He said the Raiders are hosting a visit with cornerback Joey Porter. He said, what does it mean? Will they trade up for another first rounder? Do you think that the Raiders could trade back into round 1 for another player? And if they do, who do you think that they trade back in for? Sergio.
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
A little bit.
I said the Raiders are hosting a visit for cornerback Joey Porter. Says, what does this mean? Will the Raiders trade up for another first rounder? So basically, do you think that can you see the Raiders just picking one player at 7 in the first round, or do you think that they can use some of their draft capital and trade back into the first round and pick up a second player in the later round? And if they do, who do you think that they would do it for?
Though. I don't know how you can do that. Like maybe for like the last 5 picks, maybe. But anything other than that, that's earlier than that. I don't know how you can do that, even though we got a bunch of draft capital.
Well, you think about it. If you're trading even 5 spots in, that's still 12 spots ahead of where we're at in the second round.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they would probably ask a little too much for my liking.
Trent Simpson linebacker. Is that who you're saying? Draft player at 7, trade up from 38 back into the first. Are you saying Simpson in the first round later? Like trading back in for Simpson is what you're saying, Ozzy? Because that's the thing I was going to do. I'm making another deal right now. That's what I'm making my next deal right now is going to be on who the second pick is. Because I'm going to drop Hooker. I don't think we should get Hooker. I don't think we should grab
No,
him.
bro, we don't.
I
We
think
should
it's
go with
just
Max
too much.
Duggan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just think it's too much of a risk in
Hey,
that
bro,
early
Kane
deal.
Simpson
You
ain't that
can,
bad, Dustin.
yeah,
He's
I know.
not, bro.
I've looked into them and seen them, but I don't want to speak on them until I look at them. And I'm gonna do that here this weekend. So I'll watch video on them, everything, and then I'll figure out who my second pick is gonna be. And it's gonna be linebacker, 100%.
Yeah.
It's just
For
gotta
some
be
reason, for
look through
me,
and see
the
who.
second round has been like the hardest pick for me to think about. Like the
Me
third
too,
round,
like,
fourth round, fifth round, I've been kind of,
the
and the
second is
first
the
round,
hardest for
it's
me
been
to
pretty
pick,
easy,
too.
but the second round, it's been really difficult to think about.
Yep.
Because I don't know
Yeah,
if we're gonna go with the best linebacker available or we're gonna go
I think we go
way with an
linebacker
offensive
because
player.
I've already said it, dude. Like I've said why I think we go linebacker because I have looked at the list in DN, and I believe that Derek Hall is the best defensive end in that spot, and he's better than some projected second round players. So why would you pick a dude in the second round for a DN position that a guy in the third is better than him in than the player in the second? So for me, I think it's 100% got to be linebacker. 100%. I think we go corner, linebacker, DN, corner again. Like that's how I strongly believe we're gonna go. Like
First 4 picks, first 3 rounds, all defense.
yeah, fuck yeah. I think our first 4 picks is corner. I think it goes corner, linebacker, DN, corner. That's exactly how I think it goes, dude. Because I don't think offensive guard, like Ozzy mentioned up here a while ago. I mean, listen, I think it's a good, intriguing spot. But look, they've already said that they picked their or they have said Ziegler has said that they don't shoot after offensive linemen in the first few rounds. They usually don't even start evaluating them until rounds 3 and 5. They've always hit on theirs. They've always had great talent. So for me, I just don't see that changing. I don't see them giving up a second pick where you don't have no linebacker besides Robert over here trying to green dot this motherfucker. And no, hell no, dude. And then you're looking at Diablo, where Diablo plays good, but let's be real, he's not the fucking future. Masterson played at a really high level, but again, he's a UDFA, so probably won't even take off for another year in the system. So for me, like I said, I think it's linebacker 100%, dude, like 100%. And I think the DN in the third round is because you want to replace Chandler because Chandler's contract's up in the next year or two. And again, we have nobody on the roster that's going to replace him. We have 0 people. Malcolm Kuntz is the only guy back there, in my opinion, and they're not even going to fucking, they didn't even really play him last year. So fucking, unless they're looking to develop him, but he did gain 10 pounds. So maybe he may fucking go out there and be backup this year because he gained 10, 11 pounds here to the off season. So there's a very good possibility he can. But let's be real. I think what's his name, Willis from fucking the Niners that we picked up. He's another DN player off the edge. But again, these guys ain't nothing that you're just like, oh fucking. So
Yeah,
I would say
it would make sense if they got the Chandler replacement right now, since
yeah, I think Derek comes
next
in
off season, either he gets cut or
he plays
like
his last year.
pre-June or post-June or retirement. You save a bunch of money by next.
Yeah, and let's be real, he's gonna be like 35 fucking years old. So I don't know if he's gonna be playing in there anyway. So a lot of those guys at that point start falling off massively. So
he'll probably, if he does say like maybe take another bad injury, he's probably gonna retire.
And that's why I think you go after Derek Hall in the third. And I've said, like, I think DJ Turner, man. I think DJ Turner in the third as the second corner. I don't care if he plays inside or outside. And I mean, I would play him on the outside if it was me. But I don't care if you switch Nate Hobbs to the out and him to the inside, however you want to do it. But for me, I would keep him on the outside. He's past ass corner. He's 5'11". He's come through fucking Michigan with Jim Harbaugh. I'm pretty sure he knows defense. The defensive coordinator is John Harbaugh's defensive coordinator now, so I'm pretty sure he's pretty keen in that type of system.
Hey,
So
Dustin.
for me, I would shoot for DJ Turner if it was me, and that's how my first four would pick. And I'm gonna post it on my Instagram and everything. I think I'm gonna
Hey,
go,
this is my
like I said,
opinion, though.
Gonzalez, linebacker, Hall, and then Turner. But I'll figure out who my linebacker will be in the second round.
Hey, Dustin, I wouldn't take an old lineman until like the later rounds. I don't care.
I mean, I wouldn't even entertain an O lineman until rounds 5. Like if it was me, if we got 3 picks in the 5th, I would pick O lineman. And again, like I said, I'd even look at Duggan in that pick, and then tight end, yeah, tight end, O lineman, and fucking
if
quarterback
you guys are
all
down,
in the 5th
do a
round.
mock draft again if you're down, Sergio.
No, I'm not gonna be on late tonight, man. I got to get home, my woman and everything. I got to see my kids. I got to get up hella early tomorrow. And last Wednesday, fuck, I didn't even get home until like 1 in the morning. I had to be up at 4, so I'm not doing that. I think we're only gonna go for about another half hour or so, or maybe to 9. Yeah. Like I'm not trying to go late tonight. I got a lot of things I got to get done, and we're right in the season. A lot of things getting started. So either way, but we can do a mock. Let's do a mock draft on Monday, okay? We'll set it up. We'll do mock on Monday. We can do that for sure. Cody Munchin, because he can play left tackle on the line. Yeah, I mean, like
let's do it around 8:30 because I'm gonna. No, Monday's cool. Monday's cool.
Yeah, we can do the draft on Monday. I'm not doing it today.
Yeah,
Cody Mack. I mean, he's good, but I think Ziegler's just going to draft offensive linemen in the late rounds, even if we need an offensive lineman.
Yeah, I think exactly. I don't think I've spoke on this numerous times. I don't think he thinks it's the biggest need. Like, I don't think he's sitting back there going like, God damn, I need an O tackle or an O guard. Like, I don't think he's thinking that at all. I think he would be like,
it's not. I don't understand. Like, I'm getting a headache from it. The O line is the one thing that's giving me a headache. It's why everyone thinks that the O line is bad. I'm seeing other content creators be like, oh yeah, we have like a below average O line. What proof do you have that we have a below average O line? I can think of it on the top of my head that we were tied in 9th in least sacks allowed. We were top 5 in time given for the quarterback to throw the freaking ball. Carr, during his time in 15 games, he threw the ball. He was top 10 in most pass attempts, yet he was ranked, I think, 26 in most pressures. 26 in most pressures. So how the heck is the O-line bad? How's it bad? You want to talk about the penalties? We can talk about the penalties.
I think, but I still think it's just a misconception because I've spoke on it numerous times, and I spoke on it in our lives in the beginning of the season. I said Carr went from being in the pocket at 2.2 to 2.4 seconds to being in there at 4.4 seconds, 4.5 seconds, dude. Like, him being in there and being there that long sometimes isn't a good thing. Like, yes, is the protection in there good? But go look at some of the throws he threw, even being in the pocket for 4.5 seconds with nobody on him, and he still overthrew dudes, underthrew them, threw off of them. Like, he fucked up a lot, even being in there. So I don't think the O-line is anywhere close to what people think. I think when you get people out in Raider Nation that keep pushing the narrative, and that narrative keeps getting repeated, and then people start to believe it, that's where I think we're at with it, dude, because they've already said Luminor was the best, not only just right tackle, or he was the best tackle around, the 12th best all-around tackle in the NFL last year. So, and he was one of the best after week 5. So again, people are taking a narrative and they're switching and smushing it all around. I think our line was ranked 12th best of all, or 10th best of all. So if we're 10th best or 12th best, that's 32 fucking teams. That means we're 2/3 better of the NFL. I don't think we're bad, dude. I don't think we're as bad as people projected or say that we were, because is there times people get through the line? Yeah, but that happens on fucking great teams too. So it's not like, oh man, fucking because a guy got tackled or sacked. I mean, a lot of people get sacked. I mean, I don't even know what the least average sack is in the NFL, but I'm willing to bet it's probably 10 at least. like 10 through the season. So I don't think it's that a guy's just going without any sacks all season. I mean, maybe 2, 5, but I would still think you're getting sacked 5, 10 times a year. So again, I mean, what did Carr get sacked this year? 20, 15, 20?
On the top of my head, I think he
I can't
got.
even. I think it's like 23 if I remember,
On
but
the
I don't
top of
think.
my head, I think we gave up 34 sacks overall.
Was it?
So counting out Stidham got sacked. I think like 2. So yeah, Carr probably got sacked maybe like at most 30 times.
Yeah. So that's my point. Is like I just don't see it being. I don't think Jimmy is going to have the issue. I've spoken on this numerous times. If Carr's getting 4.5 seconds in the pocket before being sacked, and let's be real, like let's go back to the Niner game, dude. I mean, we can say the same for Stenham. Stenham sat over on that sideline when he threw that bomb to Devontae, which wasn't even a bomb. It was just a 15-yard out slant to the fucking sideline when he got off his receiver. And Stenham was standing on that sideline for a minute, bro. Like literally there for a minute. Moved back in, went to the corner of that bitch, and then threw it off when he got off his player. So, like I said, I don't think the line's as bad as people
I
are
was
out
close.
to say it is.
I was close. We gave up 35 sacks overall. Carr got sacked 27 times.
Oh, see, that's good. I mean, that's my point. So I think Jimmy's just going to be able to get through progressions. He's going to have better receivers. I'm not going to say don't add a guy. Like, I'm not going to say that. But there's no way in hell that I think that we're drafting one in the second round, third round, fourth. I mean, maybe fourth, maybe fifth, but I can't see us getting one in the top 100. Like, I just don't see it. I don't even see why, because I've said it hell of times, dude. Illuminor is going to start, dude. Like, he's already took the pay cut. He came back to the team. He's already posted in his Twitter that him and fucking Colton are going to be the best tackles. That's what he said. Not guard, not tackle. He said best tackles. So I think freaking that just shows like he's probably gearing up to play that spot. And if everything went right, like everybody said, he became the fucking one of the top tackles after week 5. So I don't see why you would even I don't see why we would go get somebody if he does produce. Just because someone doesn't like him, I don't see why you don't try him if he produces at a high level. So I'm telling you, he's gonna play there. So I don't really care.
Anything about the offense? I don't want to hear anything about the offense. The offense.
Yeah, and that's it. Alex Barr. Alex Barr. I said this before the season started. I said the second we signed Alex Barr, I said he was going to be the starter at the guard position. I said it right away. He's a mauler. That motherfucker, he may not be the best pass protector, but he is a mauling motherfucker in the run game. I called that shit from the second that we signed him. I said he would start over everybody last year, and he fucking did. So, like I said, Alex Barr in the system, people have emotions, people cause penalties, but fucking Luminor cost us a lot of penalties. So a lot of people cost us penalties. It wasn't just one dude, it was multiple dudes. So for me, like I'm saying, I'm just saying, and then you have Haron, you have numerous dudes, you brought back Parker, you got numerous people out here that are going to be on that. You've got the same line back. So like I said, I can see us drafting somebody in rounds 4, 5, 6, and putting them in there to compete to get that guard spot. But I don't see that they're going to – I don't see it. I can't see it. I don't see it. And like I've said, I think our first 4 picks are 100% defense, and that's why I've even said, like, that's why I took Hooker out and went after Duggan, because I think when you're looking at what's giving you the best cap for your team, it's going to be the 4 defensive players, because our offense is already put together, to be honest. Like, the offense, I don't know where you're getting better in the offense, to be honest. Like, I get it if you draft a tight end because you just worried if one of the players don't get it. Even if you draft a fucking wide receiver, he better be pretty fucking good. Otherwise, he's going straight to the practice squad anyway. So that's my whole point is I think our first 4 top 100 picks is going to be defense all the way across the board. Mark Davis has said that he emphasizes that he hopes that our team, that he emphasizes defense and that he hopes they do it. That's my point is I think we're going to go defense, and I think the first 4 picks are defense. So I don't think they entertain the offensive pick until, like I said, I've said it, in round 5 can be damn near all offense. It can go fucking tight end, guard, and quarterback in rounds 5. round 5 you can get all 3 dudes in the same round. So and still have production there. So like I've said, Duggan can be in round 5. You can take a tight end in round 5 and still get production out of them. And you can get a guard because I don't think we take a tackle. I think if we're taking an offensive player, it's going to be a guard player. So for me, that's what I think it would be, a guard. I want Hooker, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, the odds of, so like I even said with Hooker, I think you're intriguing trading back into the first round because I believe somebody will Lamar that pick, dude. Like I believe someone will trade back to the 31st pick and grab Hooker. I don't think they want to get in the second and have a bidding war on him. So I do believe a team would trade back into the fucking first round and pick up Hooker. So that's why I'm just saying I don't think Hooker's a realistic pick, and I don't think we want to sacrifice one of our thirds to get Hooker. That's why I've said, like in the last video, I think we negligate the second pick for Hooker, and I think you go linebacker, and I think you go Max Duggan in the 5th or 6th round, because I think Max Duggan is going to be the better. I think he's going to be the better pick for us on the team right now, because like I said, I think your true pick, no matter how anybody wants to look at the deal, ain't me alone. I mean, I can be wrong, but I think the true pick is Bryce or Stroud. I think that's it. I mean, I don't think there's any. I've said this the whole entire time. I don't think there's another quarterback in the draft that you intrigue or trade or fucking trade up.
Pick. I've said it that there's fucking. I've said that there's other. I've already said straight up that you get what's it called? Tyree Wilson or Gonzalez is better than any quarterback on the board at the 7th pick if fucking Bryce and Stroud are gone. So if Bryce and Stroud are gone, there's no other quarterback on there that's better than those 2 players at pick 7. So again, like I said, I just don't intrigue it. I want to see it. Says that I wouldn't mind if we get TCU. I mean, that's where I think we're going is with him.
Any other topic?
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
I don't know why that thing won't let me turn on my mic when it's on there. It's stupid as hell. Who's everybody's top linebacker?
My top linebacker?
Who'd you want to see the Raiders go after and get?
I really like Jack Campbell a little bit. Like early round wise, I like Jack Campbell. Late round, I like Ventrell Miller. Because
Miller, he's the one from Florida, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, fuck yeah, I'm all on that dude's train like a motherfucker for sure. Why do you think Campbell? Because I don't really like Campbell, but why do you like him? What makes you what do you like about him?
I mean, I like him because he can sort of be like that green dot a little bit, and I think he has like he's very, in my opinion, out of the prospects, elite against the run. So he could like, and I've seen some of his tape, like he can knock out someone if he wanted to. With coverage, I think he has that upside that he can learn.
He has a big flaw there, massively.
He does.
I think, like I said, I think he's Perriman on steroids is what I think he is.
Hey, that was my player comparison on him.
Yeah.
If I could take anyone other than Campbell, I would take the guy from Texas, Overshown, because Overshown, in my opinion, is the best in coverage in this linebacker class.
Well, what's his name? Tutu is good too in coverage and in the run, man. So if depending on where he falls in and where he can be at, but I think they have him projected as the 5th best linebacker on the board right now. So I think he'd probably be somewhere around the second round. I think he'll make it second, third round. So I don't know, man. Like I said, there's some good. I like Miller, dude, because he has the upside of both. Like he does have the upside of both. And I've said some players are better in the later round than in the beginning rounds because you're taking like and listen, Drew's like the same way. That's the problem I have with Drew is he's just like fucking a dude from Iowa, dude. I mean, they're the same fucking player. I mean, it's the same damn fucking player, dude. I mean, that's the whole thing is like you don't have a linebacker that's in this draft, in my opinion, that is like elite run and pass or running, running pass. What I think we need to focus on in this, because of the fact that we run a base 4-3 multi-B, is we need to find a coverage linebacker. I think we need to find whoever is the best coverage linebacker with the upside of the run, not the other way around. I don't think we need a guy that can stop the run with the upside of being able to cover the pass. I think you need to have a guy that can cover with the upside of being able to stop the run, because I think frickin' when you're sitting there with Robert Slane, he already does that. He's already that fucking Iowa. What's his name again? Fucking
Jack Campbell.
Campbell. He's already that guy. He's already him. He's just not, obviously just out of college with the talk of him. But Robert Slane's the same fucking player. He's the same way. He has the same upside of coverage with him the same way. So I think he only had one interception. I think he's had one interception. So.
Yeah. No, he had 2 interceptions. He had 1 pass breakup though.
Damn, you think that he'll go to round 4 or 5?
Because Jack Campbell this season, he did give up a passer rating of 70, so he still got that upside in him because he did improve a lot in coverage.
Say that last part again.
That he did improve a lot in coverage like this college season.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's going to make the same transition in the NFL. Like I said, I think he's a good player. I think, like I said, I'd bet hardcore money he don't become a coverage linebacker in the NFL. They're going to play him in the run stop and bring support behind him, like I'm saying, because that's how you build guys like those, dude. Like, you don't have in NFL, dude, a lot of teams aren't going to sit here and do that type of shit where it's like, if he develops that way, then great. But I think when a guy like him comes here, and let's say D'Amico Ryan gets him, D'Amico Ryan's going to use him for the purpose of what he does best, and that's stopping motherfuckers in the run, like straight the hell up. And he's going to put them down on that line to identify. And again, if he comes out of it in year 1 and goes out and gets an interception, but listen, just because fucking what's his name White for the linebacker for Tampa, fucking Devin White, just because he got his interception in the Super Bowl don't mean he's good. I've said it the whole time. Guy's trash as fuck, dude. I've never liked that guy. I mean, a lot of people talk on him. Hey, look, I don't care. He had his 1 play in the Super Bowl and his 2 plays over there. People said, "Oh, he's so good," and they were looking to cut that fucker this year. So, again, I just don't like those type of guys. I don't like those type of players. I like more like the Urlacher type player that has that nasty in the run and nasty in the coverage, So I don't know. Like I said, I would more lean Tutu, but that's why I got to go through here and look at this fucking draft in linebackers. I haven't spent a lot of time in there. I do know a few of them. Like I know Campbell. I've watched him. I've watched Drew. I've watched numerous of these dudes. That's why I knew they were going to be high picks. I've not looked at the linebackers at all. I thought that Tutu would be a second round pick for sure. I mean, in my opinion, I thought Tutu would be a second. I didn't know he would be a 4th or 5th, because that'd be crazy if we got him in the 4th or 5th. But I thought Tutu's the 5th best linebacker in the draft. I can't see him dropping that far. And that's on Daniel Jeremiah's deal. And I value Daniel Jeremiah's deal pretty good, because that guy got taught by Mayock and he knows his shit. So, that's the other thing. What's Mayock even been doing? Like, what's that fool doing? Is he not doing nothing because we still have to pay him? Or Like, what is he even doing?
He's kind of just hanging out.
It sucks that you have a job on ESPN like that for years, get over here, become a GM, and then you no longer even have a fucking job. So it sucks. And I mean, you probably made millions of dollars by that point, but still, I mean, I would hate to have my career go down like that. But I don't know. I think I think, like I said, there's a lot. I mean, I'll touch on linebackers more this upcoming week, and then we'll speak on linebackers more this upcoming week and have more depth in it, just more deals. I was like, yeah, we'll snatch him. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'd snatch him in 4 or 5 for sure, bro. If I picked him up in rounds 4 or 5, you bet your ass I'm fucking swooping on him in a heartbeat, dude. You want to talk on your last topic, Sergio?
Yeah, sure.
It's your position per round.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we've been already talking about. Like, I guess I'll just say mine. In the first round, it's obviously just best defensive player available. And if it's Christian Gonzalez, I'm taking him in a heartbeat. If it's Miles Murphy, I'm taking him in a heartbeat. Tyree Wilson, I'm taking him in a heartbeat. Basically, yeah, any defensive player. Second round, still thinking about it. Third round, I would definitely either take the next cornerback or linebacker or edge rusher, just definitely into there. For like the day 3 rounds, like for the 4th round, 5th round, obviously that's when I would take
the menace. Appreciate you, bro.
Salute. That's when I would take like best offensive players available, mostly around there, like best tight end available, best maybe upside receiver, best offensive lineman. And then like the 6th and 7th round, that's when like I don't really care. That's when like you try to get maybe practice squad gems, like maybe get another linebacker, like get 3 linebackers in this draft, like a starter, maybe a rotational piece, and then like a practice squad kind of guy. Or you can get like a steal, like a fullback, because there's that one really good fullback that we've been eyeing for a while. Or you can maybe get like another upside QB, like you've been talking about with Max Duggan, which I am really excited on. So yeah, that's kind of like where I am on positions per round.
I know. Let's you want to do something before we hop off real quick?
Sure.
Fuck it. Just bring up Max Duggan's video real quick, and then his highlights. Go get Max Duggan highlight. They're gonna block our channel while it's fucking showing the highlights, but who gives a fuck? I don't really care.
All right.
Let's just bring up his highlights real quick. Let's show his highlights, and then we'll hop out of here for tonight. I gotta get home tonight, dude. I got woman wanting me to do shit, dude, and she don't want me out here till fucking 11 o'clock tonight. She won't be pissed. So I figure if we just go to Max Duggan, go get his fucking 2023 highlight, the newest highlight reel, and then let's look at it. Let's give everybody. It's gonna show the channel's blocked. It's gonna show it, but it doesn't block the channel. The YouTube basically says that whenever you show highlights inside the video when we're live, it's going to take down the channel from the feed. So it'll take down the channel from the feed and show that it's off. But the second we turn the highlight reel off, our channel comes right back up so everybody can join again. So long story short, whoever's in here will get to see it. Whoever else ain't, who gives a fuck? So just let me know when you grant permission so we can do it.
Yeah, I'm got it.
All right.
All right, do you see it?
Yep.
All right.
And like I said, this guy, don't put music. Turn the music off or
Okay.
mute it. Mute the music.
I got it.
This guy can run and pass, dude. Like this fucking guy, this guy ain't no joke, dude. Like this guy got some fucking skill here. And I don't know why people are fucking sleeping on this motherfucker, but I'm not. This guy, like I said, he separates himself from the field massively. I mean, look at that fucking pass. Double coverage right over the top of him in that.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewind that one.
Like he just slapped that fool. Like that. This guy got good ass fucking. Look at that. Whop right over him.
He got a good arm.
That corner didn't even look back. He was just staring him down the whole time. And look at his height. This height didn't do shit. And this is like what I'm saying is, dude, like this. Look at this guy. He got a fucking arm, bro. Like he's got an arm. He's got good accuracy. This is Josh McDaniels type play, dude. Like he don't need somebody that can throw the ball 70 yards down. He needs dudes that can drop it in on dudes like that on the run, get it about 30 yards downfield on a slant or a drag, dude, like or post. Like that's what this guy offers. And I've said this is why when I came across this guy's video and started watching him, I was like, okay, this guy separates himself massively from other quarterbacks by a mile. I mean, look at that, right on the sideline, just beautiful pass, dude. Still a little bit on top of him. So he's no slouch, man. And I've said, you want a pocket passer before the run. That's what this guy is. He's a pocket passer before the run, but he has the running capability, dude. Like you're gonna see some plays in here if it'll show up. Like he got some legs, bro. Like he got some legs. He runs like a 4.5 40, dude.
It did show at the beginning of the video.
And that's all I'm saying is like when you're seeing plays like this, and then you can see the run capability he has. Like look at that throw up. Like that's a Devontae throw right there all day. Look at this one. Same fucking thing. Shoulder right over the top. Beautiful. I mean, that's a Devontae play fucking 9 out of 10 times. Oh, get off me. See you later. Look at that. This guy got mobility like a motherfucker, bro.
Oh, and he's gone. He's gone.
Did you see him? Did you see that spin and say, like, get the fuck off? Look at that. Watch when he goes here. Look at this. Look into his backside. Whoop, whoop. Get up off me, bitch.
He gone.
Like, come on, motherfucker. Like, this guy got some shit, bro. Like, there's a reason he was the fucking Heisman Trophy runner-up, you know? Like, there's a reason that motherfucker was the Heisman Trophy runner-up. Look at this. Bam. Thank you. Like I said, he don't have the strongest arm, dude, but he got a really good, like, he's good accuracy, good arm. I mean, look at that flick, dude. Just fucking flicked from the end zone, dude, or from the pocket. He just stopped and flicked that shit. Boop, flicked again. He just got a really good flick, dude. Like, yeah, he got speed, Demenis. I swear, this guy got some skill, man. And he is disrespected because that's why I'm saying, why is he the Heisman Trophy runner-up? He had one of the best receivers in all of college. He had good stats himself, and they got him in the fucking 5th and 6th round. I was like, boy, this guy is way the fuck off the board here. Like, I don't know what the fuck these guys
Yeah, they have him
smoking.
projected as like a 6th round pick.
Yeah, but like Dallas, I can see Dallas being like, get him in the 4th or 5th like they did Dak. Like, I can see that shit happening for sure. I mean, look at that pass. Over the top, right in front of him. Beautiful fucking position. Stayed running. Like, that's a hard pass on a dude like that. Like, that's hard, and he just dotted him. Look at this. See you later, bitch. Get the fuck off me. Adios. Like, fucking guy, man. This guy, he ain't no joke, man. I've said, the minute that he got on my board, I was like, well, this guy's my guy, easily. I've even said I'll drop Hooker for this dude. The thing about why I would drop Hooker for him is you're getting almost the same type of player just later in the round. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting the same type of player. You're just not having to give him up in the 2nd. You can like I said, I would get him in the 5th. Yeah, I'd get him in the 5th for sure. Richard, I've said it. I think I'd do it in a heartbeat.
There must be something like.
He's only like 22, 23. I think he's 22 years old, if I remember right.
I'm gonna have to like try to find out why they have this guy projected like super late.
I fucking have no idea. I have no fucking idea why they have him ranked as the 12th best quarterback, the 12th best quarterback in here, and then projected in the 6th, 7th round. And then they got DTR projected as a UDFA, but that's why I'm saying, like, this guy is, I'm telling you, this, the minute I was watching through everybody, like I said on the last show, I was watching all these guys over the weekend, and when I came across him, I was like, why in the fuck is this guy not fucking getting the credit? And this guy got good run, good pass, good everything, good vision, like, I don't think he has injury. I don't think he had. Look at that fucking dude.
This is something. I'm not trying to be a car hater, But Carr would never do this.
Hell no. Carr
Hell
would
no,
never
Carr
fucking.
wouldn't do this shit. Fuck
Carr
no.
would never cut the pocket and dive through like that, dude. So.
Fuck no, Carr would be too scared to run.
And you see what I'm saying. I talked about this dude. I brought him up. People ain't even talk about this motherfucker. No YouTuber out there, anything. And this is the thing is like so many people get set in on people, and I'm the kind of guy like the closer we get to the draft, I want to get set in on my players. So I start watching, like usually spend like 2 nights out of the week, and I just watch hella tape on the quarterbacks. I put in like the top 15 quarterbacks. And again, if I'm like in the 10 and 12 and they start falling off massive, I won't watch them. But I usually get the top 15 and watch every single one of them. And I do that with a lot of players, dude. And I've been saying this about numerous players lately. And I said that about the quarterbacks, and I've said it about him, and now him. So, again, like I said, I think we could watch, dude. I'm telling you, Derek Hall's the same way, dude. Like, bring up Derek Hall's video real quick. Might as well watch Derek Hall, too. Fuck it.
All right.
And bring up Derek Hall and watch him. And this is a DN out of Auburn, dude. Like, this guy would be a great fucking piece to get out there. I've always said I like Adrian Carter II from Army, dude, but I think he's kind of misleading because his stats were really good in 2021. It just wasn't the same in 2022.
Jaina.
Right,
that's what I'm saying. I think Max over Hooker, dude, in the later round. That's why I'm saying I would put Max over him, because I think you can get the same kind of production out of the player just later. And that's why I keep saying, Richard, that we need to have our first 4 picks in the defense, because there's a player like him in the 5th and 6th round. I've said this. Listen, this is about Derek Hall. The same thing. I've looked at 2nd round players, and I was talking about Ozzy, about that Will McDonald, the 4th dude. I said when we were in the draft that night, I said I would have taken Carter over him. And just because they had him projected higher, I didn't feel he was the better player. So when we got done, I went and watched the video on both of Carter and him, and still valued Carter better than him. So that's what made me start thinking, okay, let's start seeing, because I still didn't like what Carter did in 2022. It was what Carter did in 2021 is why people are so high on him. 15 sacks. He only had 4 sacks in 22. But then when I come across Derek Hall here, I'm like, well, hold on here. This guy's a little fucking beast right here. He's a fucking eater, and you can get him in the 3rd. And I'm like, and he's probably going to be there in the 3rd. So I'm like, fuck, I'll take this motherfucker over both them, Carter and him. So, like I said, here's another guy to watch and another guy to look at, because, and we'll do this quite often when we get towards the draft anyways. I mean, what are they going to do? Delete this fucking video? Gives a fuck. I don't really care. But again, like I said, this guy's he's a feaster, bro.
Yeah, let's look at the beginning. So he's where the red circle is.
He'll be Chandler. He'll take Chandler's fucking spot, dude. And he's got the measurements like fucking Khalil Mack, everything. This guy's a little fucking beast, bro. And this is why I say people need to start focusing in not just on a person's name. We need to start focusing in on players that are good players at the position or later. Just because he's in the 3rd or 4th doesn't mean he can't be a good player. And again, just because the dude's in the 2nd doesn't make him the better player. Look at Max Crosby. We got him in the 4th round. He is the best player in damn near the whole draft. And I mean, look how this guy gets through, bro. Look how he's just incontested. Like, this guy, and he's a captain. He's a captain, bro. Like, this dude is this guy is going to be nice as fuck, man.
Yeah, looky here. They try to double jab him.
Man, and he just gets off the back of him like, get off me, motherfucker. And look how he just outclasses his whole team, dude. Like, when you watch him back there,
because he got there way before. They didn't even get to the line.
Look at all these guys still sitting on the line. Not one guy. Watch, back that up real quick. Watch these guys on the line here. Look at them all. They're all still sitting there. Look at him blow by 2 motherfuckers. They tried to chip him, and then he still blew by the fucking tackle. All these other guys, they didn't even break 3 yards. These other dudes didn't even break 3 yards on their players. This motherfucker got chipped and off the deal. He was fucking 7 yards into the backfield and still came up with the sack. Like, this guy is for real, bro. Like, I'm telling you, this guy is for real. People need to pay attention, man. Like, I evaluate players to the play skill of the best that they are. This guy got the skill. Look at that. That's a Max Crosby move right there, bro. That was a Max Crosby. I had that on my highlight reel when he did that to Patrick Mahomes. Look at that. He just fucking dipped that bitch.
Bro, that guy got a concussion for sure.
Look at this. He said, get the fucking plan. But he Max Crosby that fool. Like, back it up real quick before we get too far. Go 2 plays back. Watch the one behind him. Watch how he gets behind the player and then comes back. I think it was the one that you just had, but
this one?
no, the one behind it.
This one?
Yeah, I think it's that one. When he got this player, when he gets the player, he runs right here, and then no, it's the next one.
Don't worry, it's gonna come.
When he comes, watch how he goes behind, and then he sucks back under and comes back after him. That's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing that Max Crosby did to Patrick Mahomes in that play where I have it on our highlight reel where he came back underneath him and got the play. And this guy has these, I think it's this play here. This guy, yeah, right here. See that? He has that skill set that he can get off the player. That's hard as fuck to, dude, he knew he was going to run up in the pocket. Mahomes does that shit all the time. He'll snag him. He'll snag that motherfucker. I put that play on our highlight reel with Max because Max does the same shit. He suckers into the backfield, anticipating him to move, and he swoops off of him. That Max does that shit to Mahomes all the fucking time. So that's why I think this guy right here is the truth, man. I'm telling you, this guy would be a great player to get in the 3rd round. I don't like Ringo. I think Ringo's trash, bro. I think that
Ringo, in my opinion, is overrated.
Yeah, I think Ringo is off. I think what they're hoping on Ringo is agent is again, he's another fucking Richardson in my eyes.
He knew where that ball was going right there.
That's my point, dude. He has a coverage skill too. He's not just an edge setter. He's a linebacker. So look at that. So watch, back it up and watch how he pulls off on this play. Watch how he sets back. He's a linebacker DN. That's why I think see this? Look, he sets right on it. He already knew, man. Like, he's got great vision, dude. Like, he has a linebacker coverage grading of a 76 or so. So the problem with Ringo is, bro, is that he falls off in competition, man. When he plays good competition, he just falls off. He's irrelevant. So for me, I'm not a Ringo fan in any means. I think when you go with Ringo, you're just going with he has the tangibles. I think that's what you're really going after is he has it. Can he do it? You know, but for me, I mean, there's no way I can even consider him anywhere close to Porter, fucking Whitfield, or fucking Gonzalez.
Hey,
like, not even any of them.
He's got a similar celebration to Crosby.
Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. This guy is the truth, man. I'm telling you right now, dude. Like, more people need to get aware of this guy. More people need to watch tape on him. But you'll hear some of these YouTubers, they'll talk shit on this, this and that, because they don't watch them. They don't learn shit about them. They just, if it ain't a big name player, they're just not going to fucking talk about them. And like I said, I've said this about numerous players. I said this about Hooker, and they posted an article in Bleacher Report today that said that team GMs are evaluating Hooker as the 3rd overall quarterback. I've been talking about that for like 2.5 weeks now, dude. Like, it's fucking crazy how this world is lately. I don't get it. But all I'm saying is like I said, with Max, I'm saying the same thing. I think Max can be a really good steal in the 5th. I would take him in the 5th if it was me. I would take this dude in the 3rd, and then I want to look at one more player, and then we'll hop off here tonight. But
all right.
But let's finish watching his stuff. Like I said, this guy's a good piece, bro. Look at him. He's just a fucking motor that never quits, dude. Like, he is just a fucking motor that never quits, man. And again, the thing you got to look at him about is that he is a good, like, he would play fucking Diablo, like Diablo in the linebacker in the coverage, because that's where he would be at. But he would be on the fucking edge, getting ready to rush and be able to drop in the coverage. I think he'd be a fucking steal, man, if you'd ask me. I would take Cam Smith over Ringo. And I'm fucking another guy there. I'm just not. I just don't like. But yes, I would take Cam Smith over him. Yes, for sure.
So, what other player do you want?
Go to DJ Turner. I want to see DJ Turner's tape.
Yeah, DJ Turner, I was pretty excited about. I especially knew, like, I called it. I was like, this guy's draft stock is going to rise after the combine because people are going to start looking at him more.
I think the thing that makes him intriguing to us is there's numerous reasons because one, so there's numerous reasons. He has the tangibles, dude, that he comes from Jim Harbaugh's fucking at Michigan, where they have a really good defense. The coach was really good in there. He teaches the same system that they teach in Baltimore and so on. That's where he's at right now. So I think, like I said, I think his player being a man player coming to us in Graham's system, I think he can be our number 2 corner, man. And like I said, I see us taking 2 corners, dude. We are depleted in the cornerback position. And not only that, we're depleted there for years to come. Like, if you're sitting there banking your future off of Long and fucking Duke, I mean, I think that's the wrong way to look at it. I would base it more into the free agency, or into the draft, because you're getting the players for a few years.
All right. Yeah, so he's right here.
Said, see you later.
You didn't take him down. That's crazy.
He said, see you later, touchdown, motherfucker. Thank you. See you later. That's what I'm saying. He's fast as shit. He's aware as shit. He's got toughness to him, dude. I mean, I think this would be another guy that's going to be a good player. I feel like, look how fast he's in that backfield, man.
Is he going to shut him down? Yep.
And you got to remember, we have top one. We're basically in the 3rd round. We have the top 100 pick, but that means we have the 4th and 7th pick in the 3rd round, dude. That's why I'm saying we can most definitely get Hall and Turner, as long as somebody doesn't take Turner before the 3rd round.
Oh, he knew that ball was going right there.
And that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about, is he has really good identifying, dude. Like, he identifies really well.
Yeah, like, watch this. He knew.
And that's why I'm saying, if you have Gonzalez, dude, and you have him, dude, like, I think you're going to have a really good fucking wide receiver core, man. A wide receiver core, a fucking cornerback core. And I mean, look at, even on the big players, dude, he's jamming them and then got off of them, bro. Like, that dude was big as fuck on that outside pushing on him, dude. And he got off him and came back after that guy.
He seems to be a pretty good press corner. Oh, he's going to catch up to him, isn't he?
There's no fucking way. Yes, way, dude.
Oh, my God, look how far he was from him.
That's crazy as fuck.
Look at
right
him.
there.
That's like, that's at least like 10 to 15 yards.
And he's like, nah, bro. Nope. Damn. I'm telling you, that's crazy as fuck right there.
He's going to pick him off, is he? Oh, he almost had it.
But this is what I keep talking about. Remember, this is where Woodson came from, bro. This is where Woodson came from. And he also had that fucking jump the slant, dude. Woodson was famous for jumping the slant. I don't know if that's what's taught here, But look at that. He's right on him, dude, on that shit, dude, in those fucking little out fucking plays, dude. Like those little out slants, dude, he's all over it, man. And
What's
even on
weird
the
is
inside.
that he looks so far away right when they throw the
And then
ball.
just
He
gaps
catches
him
it.
instantly. And look at this. He contested, dude. Like, I'm telling you, I think he'd be a really good ad in the fourth, man. If we can, or in our fourth pick.
Dang, he was deciding if Stroud was going to throw it deep or not.
Look at this. Gets him in the back. I mean, he almost had him fucking sacked, bro.
Jeez, he's fast.
You always see he's stopping dudes before the first down. Like, he's always stopping dudes before. And you remember Ziegler just talked about disruptions. Ziegler just talked about disruptions are just as good as sacks, dude. And you see how much he gets in that backfield and disrupts people. Like, he gets in the backfield and disrupts them instantly, dude. Like, that guy is danger, dude. Like, he's danger. And if you're telling me that you can go into the third round and you can start with fucking Hall and Turner, sign me up. I'll take it all day, dude. I mean, I just showed you 3 players that I've just been seeing over the last few days that I think would be phenomenal adds to our team. And not just little upsides, like phenomenal upsides. Like, I don't know why Max is overlooked the way he is. I don't know why people are not talking about Hall. He's a team fucking captain in Auburn, dude, and he is a fucking machine off that outside. And the thing is I said this about Bush, and we ended up getting Robert from the Steelers. With this dude, man, you can do the same fucking thing. This guy plays the edge linebacker position. That's what he plays. He can play DN in the 4-3, and he plays outside linebacker in the 3-4. And when you got players like him, I mean, look at him, dude. That guy would be an instant upgrade over Chandler in a heartbeat, dude. And you're telling me that you're getting him for the next few years on the opposite side of fucking Max? I think the instant upgrade, instant. And again, this is where you're talking about bringing pressure, getting it on the line. You're not having to pick him in the first round because you got a guy that's just as lethal in the third round. I've said just because a guy is in the first round does not make him the best player, in my opinion. I've always said I do not like how people value the draft or how they look at the draft, dude. Like,
I mean,
in my opinion, I think Christian's the more proven need for us in the first round. Christian for need is us by far.
Is how everyone's saying Levis and Richardson should be first round guys. When I predicted it, and I knew, I said, watch, way before, like, right when we were looking into the draft, I was like, Richardson and Levis, I would not take these guys in the first round, but I know after the combine, because they're big-bodied, athletic QBs, are going to be like first-round guys. They're like Josh Allen.
Yeah, dude, I never even entertained Richardson's conversation at all. I've said it on this channel, like, we're not even going to entertain it. People can talk it, but like I said, the first time anybody brought it up, what was the first thing I said? How do you get better in the off season? Fucking, how do you get better in the off season? Like, it doesn't work like that, dude. So to sit and just think like because a player, some guy wants to make him up in the off season, great, but I said it. Look at Willis. It's the same fucking comparison, same types of shit, same everything. Nope, ain't going down that road straight up. So, and again, like I said, people need to pay attention more for players of need for the team. It doesn't matter. I've even said, like, when we took Allen in that mock draft, and they were like, oh no, they gave us a C. Oh, I disagree. I don't agree with that fucking grade. I think that's a B grade all day long, dude. Easily. He's a fucking savage in the block. He was in the fucking combine, obviously. So obviously he's got to be fucking good because they don't just invite every fucking player there. I mean, the thing is like I've said, that guy got really good tangibles. They C+ us, dude. Like, get the hell out of here. That's bullshit ass pick, dude. Bullshit ass grade. Great pick. Bullshit grade. But just because but again, PFF doesn't know what we're drafting for, or it knows team need, but it doesn't know why we got him at that deal or not. It's not valuing him just like a corner. If we took a corner for length, had the tangibles, Even like Ringo, dude. Like I've said, Ringo is not a good fucking corner, dude. Like I know people. I don't even know why. Maybe because he's from Georgia, I think is why they're probably saying that shit. But he's not a good corner, dude. I mean, like I said, he's got good tangibles. He could be a good corner. But no, every time he plays against, he drops off massively. And dude, he's dropped off for like 8 games, 10 games, dude, in a fucking
Yeah,
13-game season. Like,
his timing is really bad.
and when he plays good teams, he's irrelevant, dude. Like he's fucking gets beat on, dude. So I'm just not for Ringo at all. Never have been. But I've said it. I think it's either Witherspoon or Gonzalez for sure. No doubt about it. But I think for the Raiders, it's Gonzalez over Witherspoon, in my opinion. I'm not the coach, so I
I'm
don't make
telling you,
that.
Dustin, if they draft Gonzalez, I'm getting a number 0 jersey the day after.
If I get all 4 picks off, I'm getting my dick sucked, dude. That's all I'm saying. So if I hit all 4 picks, like I said, dude, I mean, I'll probably retire from YouTube. I think I'll just retire from this bullshit game because nobody else out here can get on the real level of football. So might as well just go in the Hall of
I
Fame right away.
literally flip out because the Gonzalez pick is probably like the first ever pick where I'm like, this is the guy. This is the guy. I want this guy. I want this guy on our team. I don't care about any other player right now.
And then you end up getting him.
Yeah. If we ended up getting him, I would literally flip out. Because I literally been doing it on Instagram now where like I've been highlighting all the posts and stories I've had. So in case anyone tries to doubt me, I'd be like, nope. This is when I keep saying, hey, I want this guy in the first round.
Hey, well, I'm making a post right now. I'm going to have it for tomorrow. And it's going to be, I'll send you the pictures and you can pick which one.
Yeah.
But
And then
it's
people
gonna be,
telling me
it's going to be about the DeAndre and fucking the Cardinals deal.
Yeah, and then people telling me how like I keep saying yes, I like Witherspoon, but he would not be a good fit for our team. And then with other people arguing like Witherspoon is like a 10 times better corner than Gonzalez. I mean, yeah, and press wise, yeah, he will be, but
No,
those
he's not.
penalties matter. Those penalties matter, and
He's
gonna
not.
get a
He's
bunch of
not
penalties.
better. He's not better than fucking Gonzalez and press man. Like, listen. There's a difference when a guy is aggressive on you and aggressively press man on you, and a guy on press man on you that doesn't have to be aggressive. Like, that's why, listen, he's smaller than fucking Gonzalez. He has to be aggressive on dudes. Like, we can even watch the video on the motherfucker right now. I mean, I don't know what they're doing to the people in the chat. I see it say, hey, we are back, but I don't know if it kicked them or what the fuck happened there. But that's what, maybe they're kicking him after a certain amount of time. I don't know. They're talking and shit, but look at his comment. He said right here, he said, damn YouTube. And then, hey, we are back. So I think they're implying like they probably either got blocked from it where they couldn't see it, or fucking they weren't, like, it booted them from it for the time being. And that's what I'm saying. Like, for us, it'll show it. For them, I know it might have a time restriction, like 2 minutes. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is like, if you look at Christian Gonzalez's tape, Christian Gonzalez doesn't have to be so physical on him inside. Because I've said he's more like a receiving cornerback, dude, where he can fucking see. He plays press on. He plays man press the same fucking way, and he's dominant as fucking it too. So he's just not like Witherspoon, where he's physical. Like, he's a physical fucking person, dude. Like, he's physical on him. And I don't like that, dude, because I've said the second I watched his tape and people were jocking him up, the second I watched it, I said, oh, he ain't a Raider player. Like, he's a Raider. Like, don't get me wrong. But, like, he ain't a Raider. Like, we get fucking penalized all the fucking time. And if you're taking a player like him, dude, and fucking say we're at the end of a game, he goes out, gets a really good block off on a guy, and the ref says, oh, nope, he touched him. We're going to give 15-yard flag, give him 4 downs over, give him the fucking chance at the end zone again. Like, that's all I'm saying is that I see him. And I can be wrong, man. I can be wrong. But I'm willing to bet some hardcore cash then I'm not fucking wrong. Like, I'll bet hardcore cash. I'll bet like $1,000 straight the fuck up, dude, that he gonna get us 15-yarders all fucking day long, dude, because the NFL is not gonna look at him as a Raider like that, dude. They're gonna be like, easy flag. They're gonna be like, motherfucker, you thought giving you guys flags before was easy. Fuck.
All right,
What's
so
it say? We're
here's
the
what
most.
happened with the highlights. It showed Max Duggan and Derek Hall, and then it kind of went like offline for I think like a minute or two, and then when it came back online, it was us like watching DJ Turner.
It was.
Yeah.
So maybe we didn't give it enough time in between them to watch them. You know what I mean? So what two video? How long was the first two videos?
It showed the full Max Duggan video. I think it showed majority of the Derek Hall video, and then it just like stopped. Like the whole stream was like cut, and then when it went back on, it was us like I think maybe 10 to 30 seconds into the DJ Turner video.
All right, so that's saying like probably there was probably at least 3 minutes not in there.
Yeah.
So all right, fuck it, dude. I mean, let's look at CJ or let's look at Gonzalez's tape real quick.
I would love to do that.
I mean, we can just look at fucking find one that's like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, like 2 minutes at most, 2-3 minutes. And then we'll wait a minute, and then after we show the Christian Gonzalez, we'll take a break for like a few minutes, and then we'll throw in Witherspoon's. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe if we give it that break in between, it'll reset itself.
Right. So you only want to show 2 minutes of Gonzalez, then 2 minutes of Witherspoon?
Yeah, I don't want to, because if we looked at Duggan's, what was his, like 2-3 minutes? Is pretty long, so.
Yeah.
I would just say let's be safe and just look at 2 minutes of them, and then that way we're not getting people kicked off where they can't see, you know?
All right, I'm gonna get it up.
I want to pass on Christian Gonzalez. There's no fucking way. I think for a Raider, this is the truth right here, man. This guy is the truth. I've said he has Charles Woodson tangibles all over him, bro, like massively. Salute, James. Appreciate you, bro. Did you get it up?
Yeah, it's up. Oops. All right, so Gonzalez is way back here.
Look at that. You see how he turned around and look at it. So listen, back it up. This is what I'm talking about. Just back it up right here. Watch how look right here. He turns. Look at him. He's already turned around backpedaling, bro. That's why I said he is receiver corner, bro. He is a receiver corner. He already knew he was going to pick that shit off, dude. That you would not see that out of Witherspoon.
Yeah,
Witherspoon don't play like that. Witherspoon don't play. Look at that. Right up off him. Get off. Get out of here, bitch. Witherspoon don't play like that. Witherspoon plays off the player. He watches the player, dude. Christian Gonzalez evaluates the ball, dude. Like, he identifies the ball. Look at him again. Charles Woodson play right there. Fucking pick off to the house, bro. Like, that's a Charles Woodson play right there. We haven't had a guy that picks off slants like that in years.
Look at him. He's mocking them. He's like, I picked you guys off twice.
Yeah, watch him right here. Whoop. Thank you. Thank you. So I say he's just a fucking badass, man. Oh, thank you.
Right in front of him.
I'm telling you, Patrick Mahomes would have to watch this motherfucker like a hawk, bro. He won't get away with some of that bullshit throws with this motherfucker. You try to do that shit with fucking Patrick Mahomes. Try doing that bullshit where he runs to the line and throws. That guy's gonna pick him the fuck off.
Deep pass.
Get off me.
Man, he would have picked that off of that guy. Didn't knock him.
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude. He's a fucking beast, bro. He's a beast. I said this guy's the truth. Look how he identifies. He identified the ball back there around the 40-yard line, bro. Like he knew where the ball was at the 40-yard line. Like that's what I think makes him so makes him phenomenal is where and how fast he identifies the ball. I've said he's a wide receiver corner, dude. Like that's what he is. Look at his hitting. I mean, this guy don't fuck around, dude. Like he ain't no slouch. He don't got drag his leg or anything. This motherfucker will knock the shit out of you. And every time he just when he makes a play, dude, it's like effortless and over. Like just get off me, get out of here. You know what I mean? Like he's just effortless at it, dude. He's effortless as fuck, dude. And the thing, like, I don't know the word for it. Like, I want to say dominant, but it's not. I don't think that's really but what I'm saying is when he contests people, it's over, dude. Like he gets it done.
Yeah,
like he's not fighting the motherfucker.
He can
you know how
read
some
the
guys,
QB.
man, he's always fucking dude. I mean, this guy, I'm telling you, this guy is the truth, bro.
He just knows.
I don't know why. I don't know why people are jockeying Witherspoon over this guy, but this guy's the truth.
I think they want Witherspoon because he's like, Sauce Gardner, and I'm like, no. The difference between him and Sauce Gardner is Sauce was just always like that.
Witherspoon is not Sauce Gardner, not in any way, shape, or form.
I'm
gonna tell you this. I bet you
until recently.
I bet you the reason that they think Witherspoon, and this is my personal opinion, but I'm willing to bet I'm right, is because he was in Lovie Smith's fucking system with fucking Nate Hobbs. Like, I'm gonna bet anything I own that's the biggest reason out of it, dude. Like, I'd like Witherspoon, but I would take this guy over him in a heartbeat, dude. Like, not even a debate. Oregon produces some really good players. I said this about Holland, dude, when we were sitting there. Holland the same fucking way. And people were like, Morick. I said, nope, Holland gonna look at this. This guy don't even like, you ain't getting in there, bitch. Thought you're gonna dive in that motherfucker. He grabbed him by his feet and yanked him back, bro. Like, get the fuck out of there.
All right, you want to look at the Witherspoon ones?
Yeah, I don't want to watch too much so it kicks people. But let's just give it a minute. But we'll talk on that. But that's my point. I said this before we watch it, before we're looking at it, is that with Christian Gonzalez, you look at how he looks at players. When he's running with them, he's looking back. He identifies the ball, dude. Like, that's massive. And as a Raider, we haven't had that since like Charles Woodson, Asamoah type days, dude. And really since Charles Woodson, like Woodson played that same way right there. That same fucking way, dude. Be cutting across the field. Whoa, fucking jump the fucking 5 yards, pick it off, and take that bitch back, dude. Like, that's what Woodson was great at, dude. He identified. And when you're looking at Christian Gonzalez, the way he identifies, the way he plays on a player, his dominance, bro. When the guy goes up, just get that fucking out of here. A guy catches the ball, fucking grabs him and fucking brings him. Like, that dude don't go. Look at that Georgia player just now. He tried to dive in the end zone. That fool grabbed his feet and stopped him right where he was. He didn't drag.
He dragged him mid-air.
Yeah, and he didn't even drag fucking Gonzalez. If you look at where that Georgia player, when Gonzalez grabbed him, that Georgia player stopped at the 2-yard line, like, fucking like, boop, right midair, just straight down line, you know, like, Gonzalez ain't no joke, dude. Like, the dude is good. I mean, I like fucking, like I said, I like Witherspoon, dude. There's nothing wrong with this guy. I think what we're going to see right here, where I think it is a problem is how aggressive he is, dude. He's aggressive as fuck, dude. And I'm telling you right now, as any 31 other teams that don't have a Raider logo on it, he'll probably be just fine on. He comes here, this motherfucker, I bet you will have fucking 300-400 yards and penalties on him. Like, I'll bet anything on it, dude. Like, they'll 15-yard us to death on this fucking guy.
All right, I got it. All right, so he's on the far end.
Pick said, see ya. But see, that guy way underthrew that dude. Like, he way underthrew that fucking ball. He underthrew it by fucking 6 yards probably. And again, I don't think he shows the same presence as like fucking Christian does. Like, Christian has this presence on the field. Like when he
Dang,
catches
he
it,
murdered that
he
guy.
got it. He did.
Bro,
He fucking hit
look
him.
at that.
Look at him fucking put his arms. But that was on the kickoff, wasn't it? That's all I'm saying. Like he just plays hard on top of players, dude. Like I'm telling you, I think he'll get penalized big time by us, dude. Plus, what is he? He's a fucking small player too. Well, you gotta be like 5'11", huh?
Yeah, he's 5'11".
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's gotta be small. You can see it on some of these dudes. But that one hit had to be special teams play, was it not?
No, that was an actual play.
Yeah, well, that guy is about dipshit then. Because I thought he just got the ball, dude, and fucking.
Let me see, where is he at?
Right here on the right.
Yeah. Dang, what the heck did he do to that guy?
He just hit him. But that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like right here, that'd been a flag. Like he would have flagged him. He hit him before the ball was even to him. And the first deal when he made contact with him, he right shouldered him and then fucking leveled him, dude. Like you do that here, that's a fucking flag. Automatic flag, pass interference, dude. He's getting the flag.
He seems to be a big showboat too. Because it seems like every play he does, he kind of like taunts everyone.
What I think is like I said, like the presence on the field is not the same when I watch the tape.
Yeah,
like when I watch him play and Christian play on the field, like Christian has this smoothness to him. He has this dominant presence.
He's ready for the next play. Like when Christian finishes a play.
Yeah, here I just think I don't know. Like I said, I just think he's got a lot of physicality to him. And like I said, I just think that play here is going to hinder us more than it will help us. And again, like I said, I just think Christian is just way more like, I mean, look, he gets hits in the backfield too. I'm not going to discredit him, but Christian hit that motherfucker. He don't even go a yard. You know, he don't even go an inch, bro. Like he ain't even moving on him. This guy, he's fucking smaller than him. What was he playing? Safety? The hell was that all about?
I have no idea.
Peace out, Richard. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, this seems to be the one thing I'm noticing when a play ends is like Christian's just ready for the next play, like, but looks like Witherspoon.
He's always gloating.
Like it seems like every play he does that. And that's why I keep saying, like, I like Witherspoon, but I think if he's on this team, a bunch of flags are destined to happen.
I mean, dude, if that's Kelsey, look, he's just going to drag him. He's just going to pull him down the field.
Yeah, that's a tight end right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If this was Kelsey, he'd just drag him down the field, bro. Like, look at this. He's having issues with him. Like, Kelsey would be like, get off me, motherfucker. Like, I'm telling you, Kelsey's like a fucking nightmare, dude. He's been the fucking Raiders' kryptonite for years.
He's everyone's kryptonite somehow. I've seen every team be
like I say, I like this guy, dude. The problem is I just think his play style is too aggressive for us, man.
No,
like, I like him a lot.
The
difference is like, you see how he goes in there and gets it like that? Christian would have jumped the ball. Like, Christian would have jumped the ball and picked it, dude. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The difference between them is where he's got an arm on the dude's shoulder and trying to get the swat there. Christian wouldn't even have his hand on him. He would have jumped the fucking deal and probably took that ball to the house, dude.
Yeah, but this is like my one problem though. Is like right when this play's over, he does this every play. And with
he does, but go back here too. Go back
Christian
and watch how he has his hand on his arm too.
is that Christian's just ready for the next play. He doesn't care how good the play was.
Yeah, I think when you look at him, he always has his arm on the player. Always. I always say there ain't nothing wrong with being amped up. I mean, fuck, if you're back
I
in
know,
play,
but it's
ready
like
for the play.
it's every play.
Yeah, if he's back in ready for the play, do your thing.
Oh crap! How the heck did he intercept that?
That dude swatted it out.
I was so confused.
I seen the guy swat it out and back over to him. He ran past it and it got wadded back to him. All right, let's hop out. I don't want it to start kicking people.
All right.
You can play that.
I'm
Play that.
about to jump off, guys.
Right.
But
Hey, bro,
but
I'm about
that's
to
all.
jump off. Go Warriors. Fuck the Lakers.
All right. Did we
Deuces.
lose?
Nah, bro, you guys are winning. The Warriors are up by 20, so it ain't.
What are
It's
we
over.
up by, or what are we winning by?
By 89 to 96.
And how many minutes?
0.4 in the third quarter. You guys are behind us. We're already in the fourth quarter.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna hop off and watch the rest of that then right now. What are you doing?
So I'm watching the Golden State Warrior game. I'll put it on here if you want.
I want to watch the Lakers. You think I want to watch the fucking Warriors?
No, bro. I'll put the damn sorry ass Lakers on this bitch.
Yeah, all right. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. We can go to the Discord and watch it. Like I said, man, I think either. Oh yeah, what?
Oh, I was gonna tell Sergio if he wants to watch it with us. We'll be over there.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right, then you guys all. I'll catch you guys Monday. We'll do that mock.
Heck yeah, freaking! Like I said, man, there's a lot of players out there I'd look at. Like I said, I'm not knocking Witherspoon. I think Witherspoon's a good player. I'd just say as a Raider, I don't think he would be the better idea. I think Christian Gonzalez as a Raider is the idea. He identifies, he gets off the ball, he has dominance, he fucking will smack the fuck out of you. I mean, he don't let you move either, dude. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I've said all right, go in there and get it up. I'll be there in a minute. And then, but like I said, I think he's a good player. But like I said, there's numerous players who showed tonight. Go check them out, watch them, start talking about them. Let other people fucking let me know what you think about them. I mean, I've always just say I watch a lot of tape. I look for different people and see different players where I think we can get them, where we're sitting at in the draft. And I think all the players I've said are 100% legitimate picks, dude. Like they're not picks that are like, oh, they ain't gonna know. They will be there, or they may go a little earlier. I mean, if that's the case, but if not, they're projected where we're at. So, like I've even said, Duggan's projected in the 6th, 7th. I would take him in the 5th because I think a lot of people are going to be looking at him. And again, we have the 7th pick in the 5th round. The Cowboys, if the Cowboys decided to take him in the 5th, that would be where we need to get him before them. You know what I mean? So, and we could. So that's all I'm saying is there's numerous players here that have very good high upsides that are just later that would work really good in our team. And I get people always want to go like, oh, well, he's not a second round. I don't give a fuck if he's second round player. The guy's got it all. I mean, he has all of it. It's up to the coaches to teach him now. So that's how football's played, man. So there's very few dudes that come into the NFL that are just supernatural. I mean, that's why they're all famers and in the classes by themselves, and there's only a fucking handful of them. So even superstars needs help to be developed. So again, we're going to probably hop off here, man. I hope you guys have a really good Friday night. If you go out, drink and drive, don't drink and drive. Fucking call an Uber, man. Fucking sleep it off. I don't want to be watching you on OP Live because I'm probably going to be watching that here in a little bit too. So long story short is I hope you guys have a safe weekend, man. Appreciate you guys showing up week in and week out. We'll have a lot to talk about on Monday, dude. We'll have more players to go over, more things. We'll start putting together our big boards. We kind of want to do a deal where we get before the draft, where we get our players that we're going to mock ourselves. So that way we can kind of see, did we have players an idea of what Ziegler was really thinking the whole entire time, or are we just way the fuck off? So we're just gonna have fun with
does
it,
that
you know.
prove that we have no idea what these
Yep,
guys are
yep.
thinking?
We're just gonna have fun with it, man, and do our deals, and then we'll have those coming up in the next week or so before the draft. That way we can just mess around and see. Maybe we got things we got to look at them and learn more, or maybe we're right on our picks and our evaluation. So again, like I said, we'll have a lot of things coming up in the next few weeks. We'll try to do more videos kind of like this, so hopefully it doesn't just block people and kick them. We'll try to figure out a way around it to where we can do it for a little bit of fun, just to get used to some players. So outside of that, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Appreciate all the mods, all the people in the chat, everybody that comes up. Appreciate the whole entire panel, week in, week out. Outside of that, I hope you have a great night. You have anything you want to say before we bounce out of here?
Just salute Raider Nation. Just have a good week. Have a good weekend. Thanks to everyone. Because now a full year for me. Content creating
Oh
for the
yeah,
Raiders.
dude, that's right. Hey, congrats, bro. Congrats.
Yeah, and I know I'm gonna make it to 1,000 before the season starts. Because
Hell yeah.
last week I made it to 500 followers in 1 week. I'm already at 545, so I know I'm
Let's
gonna make
go.
it to
Let's
1,000
go.
immediately.
Yeah.
And that
Let's
just
go.
shows how
So
quickly that's just gonna show me how quickly I'm rising up to like this, I guess, Raider content web. If I can make it to 1,000 that quickly.
facts. Hey, and that's out, man. Like you said, just putting out factual shit, getting people to look at it and not only read it but believe it, dude. That's a big part of doing content, dude. Too many people post fake shit. Anybody
Hey,
will
it's
post
like I
a
said. It's
picture.
like I said this morning on my story. Like I don't want to be a news source like how every other content creator is trying to be. I want to be a statistical source. I want to be where
Yep.
everyone has an argument. They go to my thing and they're like, "Well, this is the stats. So, what are you
Yep.
going to try to prove?" I love it when people go to me and tell me that, like, "Hey, I use that stat that you posted or that thing that you said earlier," and I love it. I love it because then that shows people really do care about some of the things I said.
That's facts. And like you said, having that put out there is a good source to be able to have for people to go and get. And that's why I say if more people put it out there and people share it, dude, then there wouldn't be so many dumbass fans out there, you know? So I've always said that was one of the biggest things that intrigued me to you, to bring you here and be a part of us and everything and be a part of you. So not a lot of people have that. Not a lot of people can do that. And again, you need a lot more of that out there, dude. So, like I said, you didn't have many out, but you will have a lot here, and you will get there. So I promise you, you'll get to your 1,000. There's no fucking doubt about it, and you're only going to get bigger and bigger from there. But I've always said the one thing that separates people in content creating is keeping up with it and always putting out more and more content, stats, deals like that. It's like I've always said the same. I like putting out a lot of news based on our page and stuff, but I also like putting out stuff like, what do you think? What would you do in this case? What would you do if we had this? How would you feel about this? Because it lets me see how Raider Nation feels. Is a lot of people fucking biased and going for bigger? Are there people out there that are like, hey, we don't need the big names, we just need a lot of
Yeah,
this? Like, that's what I
for my
like.
scenarios. It's why for my scenarios when people question me, like Cortex, for example, like, why don't you have this guy on your scenario board? Well, I know Ziegler isn't intrigued by that. He wasn't scouted by us. Ziegler didn't talk to him. None of our scouts talked to him. It's why he's not on my board at all. So I'm not even going to think of him as much as I like him or don't like him. It's
That's
what I
that.
think a lot of the fans need to think about is what I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think, what is the GM thinking? What are the scouts thinking? What's the coach thinking? And I think that's kind of the problem that our fan base is having right now.
And it's not. There's nothing wrong if they don't know what they're thinking. Just learn what they are or who they are to begin with. You know, I've always said you can't know what somebody's thinking if you don't know who that person is. And if you don't know nothing about him, how the fuck are you supposed to know what he's thinking about or what his tendencies or what he likes or not, dude? Like, you can't just walk up and think you know somebody. Like, you have to know them, man. So otherwise, you're just talking out your ass. You know how many times people do YouTube videos on dudes that look broke as fuck, that are rich as fuck, that are billionaires, you know? So, again, don't judge a book by its cover. Do a little bit of research before you speak on it. Let's educate the nation. Let's make our team better, our franchise better. Let's support them, figure out where we need to fix our weaknesses, and give them a fair chance to do it, man. Outside of that, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. And outside of that, stay safe, man, and see you then.
Wake up to the sounds of the silence that allows for my mind to run around with my ear up to the ground. I'm searching to behold the stories that I told when my back is to the world. Was smiling when I turned.
Thinking out the box, I'm an astronaut. I'm blasted off a planet, rocking cause catastrophe, and it matters more because I had it. Now I had a thought about wreaking havoc on an opposition, kinda shocking. They want a static with precision. I'm automatic, quarterback, I ain't talking shit.